back again.
In better quality.
Fuck you. All right, we can just retire the music now. It sounded sad as I'm doing it. I'm like, this is just pathetic.
Well, this is a
hate it.
special episode of the Auditory Podcast. So not only do we have Jhovany Diaz from the Lobo Den podcast joining us, and not only do we have Bryce Friday filling in for Burt Young for today.
I'm here providing sexual healing for everybody.
Yeah, that's basically about it. But not only is it special because of the layout today, but also in terms of quality. We're doing things a little different for today. We don't have a Twitch stream. We're not really bantering off the Discord members. Instead, we're just kind of doing primitively. Long story short, today I accidentally knocked coffee onto Joe's computer.
He ruined my life.
Pretty
much. Yeah.
Yeah, he's I'm probably gonna get murdered by the end of the day, but that's okay. I guess I understand.
No, the key is to make you think that you're safe until you leave.
Yeah.
You better hope he rolls that quickly, and the high is strong.
I'm trying to roll this blunt so then I can try to forget a little bit and just.
The funny thing about this, how this day started when I got here, Kyle came with a gift, a great shirt. It's a beautiful shirt, and I love this.
He's still
shirt.
wearing it.
It's so nice, dude. He's such a nice guy.
So bad. It's hard for me to be really mad at you when I'm wearing a T-shirt you bought.
The T-shirt, it's based. Which was that? Rain and Blood album cover? Is that?
No, what it is? It's a.
I mean, it's supposed to be.
It's a Darth Vader shirt, but it's supposed to look like the Slayer logo, with the barrel with the swords. But it has a lightsaber, says swords, and it look like it says Vader in the Slayer font.
Yeah, I looked at it. I saw it. I'm like, no, that's.
But
it's my favorite shirt.
And now that you
it's
that might be your saving grace, Kyle. that might be your saving
Star
grace.
Wars is the key to my heart. It's always been the key
and
to
his
my
pants.
heart. Where can you grab that jar right there? I need more. Yeah, I need more emotional healing. This isn't going to be thick enough.
I'm doing that for
If
you.
anyone knows what he means by emotional healing, it means weed.
What kind of strain is this?
That shit that killed Kennedy.
Oh shit!
I'm just going to read it right now.
Oh, no, that's not the strain. That's that jar that I have. That's cool.
Oh, okay. That just says Netflix on it.
Yeah, no, the Omega strain. It was like fucking something from like the that Netflix TV show that came out.
Stranger Things?
Disjointed.
I don't
Disjointed.
know.
It's horrible.
I don't know anything.
It was
I've never heard of Disjointed.
Yeah, don't watch it. It was basically, you guys hate those TV shows with like laugh tracks and shit?
Sitcoms.
Yeah, I can't stand laugh tracks. It's like, I like TV shows that assume that I'm intelligent. Laugh tracks make me think that you assume that I'm stupid, and then I just laugh when other people laugh.
Well, it's not just that,
You know
too.
what I mean?
It's any other avenue of television now where they're trying to, like you say, message.
Yeah, message.
Well, but here's the thing, though. This is the summary for the show on this jar of weed. That's
Everything's better with a jar of weed.
Disjointed. Netflix newest original series is about the kindest buds of all. You get it? You get it? You got it.
It's so stupid.
The kindest buds of all. Family.
Yeah, fuck that show.
Family.
I now
Okay,
understand why
now
I'm in
Kyle, give
between
me the weed.
Joe. I understand now why I'm spaced in between Joe and Kyle right
Yeah.
now. I'm out of Shiv standing.
Not only is he
distance here.
holding my weed from me while
Can I smell it,
reading-
though? I don't smoke
yes.
anymore.
Yes, you can.
But I like to smell it. I love to smell of weed.
connoisseur.
Right.
God, I love the smell of weed.
I don't remember what this shit's called. It's like, I don't know, like strawberry shortcake or something weird.
Would you prefer indica, sativas, mixes, or depending on?
I like sativas.
Well, yeah, me too.
I don't want to fucking pass out. But I smoke everything. It just, like, it's... I watched this one Vice thing one time, and ever since I quote it, I hate that I open it up with Vice, because now Vice just sucks.
Garbage.
Yeah, it's garbage. But they do have a couple cool things, like the one guy that went out and like showed you how to like forage for mushrooms and stuff. Mm-hmm. That was kind of cool. And then they went and talked to some other dude in Jamaica about weed, and then he's just like, it's toothpaste for the soul. And I was like, yep.
That's one way of putting it.
So I quote that all the time. I don't care what it is.
Is toothpaste though?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
It was hilarious how he said it though. He was just like, it's toothpaste for the soul.
Mind.
And I'm like, holy shit, this guy is a fucking genius. And ever since, I just lived my life by that.
Have you ever seen that show? It might have been put on Facebook, like a clip of it. It was like all these like expensive things like for food or.
Oh, with 2
clothing.
Chainz, right?
Yeah, with 2 Chainz.
He hadn't steak in 10 years.
And there was like a whole thing on weed infused foods.
Oh yeah.
And he had like a droplet, and each droplet was like a massive milligram of.
And the
like,
guy's just like trying to warn him, and he just keeps eating it, and he's just like, "Fuck you, dude! Like I do this shit all the time. You're a little chef in a fucking. Who cares what you think?"
He got violently time travel high.
But you think that 2 Chainz has never wrestled a demon before? Like I do that shit every Saturday. Like go fuck yourself. Give me 1,000 milligrams. Give me 2,000. Give me 4,000. I'll fucking still be standing here. I'm taking DMT.
That is your mutant power.
I did DMT in Miami.
It's amazing.
I didn't get it hot. Look, this is what happened. I didn't get it hot enough because my friend was being stubborn. I was like, "Hey, let's get a crack pipe." You know, the little
No, you got to do it on a regular
rig.
bowl.
He told me,
Regular bowl
with
it's
the basil.
Really easy. No. Fuck the basil. Those people suck. You put a little bit.
How
of
are you
tobacco.
supposed to do it? And then I'll explain how we did it.
I don't like doing
Weed
weed.
101.
There's like
DMT.
do's and don'ts. Yeah.
DMT
Okay.
101.
Dimethyltryptamine.
Yeah. There's do's and don'ts with this. What you want to do is put it on tobacco because what you do it comes in a powder form most of the time if you get it like pure.
We had little crystals.
I used to know some scientists, people that can make this shit. Like literally, they're going to school for like botany and like crazy.
Where they at? They're gone. I can't never get myself.
Michigan people, yeah, I
it's
can't
too
find
far.
it now.
Yeah,
And
you
yeah,
never
they're in
can.
like the Upper Peninsula. Like I'd have to
Okay.
fucking drive.
No,
like, they'd
that's
make
okay.
this shit out of like special grass that they would find.
Oh, okay,
And
I'm
like,
not doing
what
all
the
that.
fuck?
I'm not
Like,
driving
it's
back
crazy.
through 2 states with fucking
But
a class
yeah,
1 felony.
no, you
drug.
don't want
All right.
to. But the thing is that I was explained by them. They're like, you do it wrong if you put it like, say you do a regular bowl and then you sprinkle it on top of the bowl. You're doing it wrong because the weed is going to conflict with the DMT. You want it to be as much of a party animal as I am. I like to mix my fucking things. No, you don't want to mix it because you want it to be as pure as possible. So what you do is tobacco. Just take a regular cigarette or some rolling tobacco. Put a little bit on there, just enough to hold the powder that's there. And then you take your lighter and you bring it above it, let it melt onto the tobacco, then you burn it.
Oh,
you don't
okay.
burn it beforehand, or else it's different. It's hard to explain, but just from somebody that's done it, I just like it's different.
From what I was told, it was like you should use. We didn't use a crack pipe, but what I was told was like use a crack pipe to get it a certain temperature. And I told my friend, let's go.
Yeah, that's how you vape it. That's
Yeah,
how you
yeah,
vape
yeah, that's how you
So
vape it.
put it in the inside, and then you're not taking in any of the, as we learned for the last podcast, what was it? Hydrocarbons, right?
Yeah, because I've been smoking CBD. I guess the thing now I gotta worry about is hydrocarbons.
Hydrocarbons.
Which is,
That's like the burn off of like fuel. I guess that's the right way that you should do it. Is probably vape it, but
Vape it. That's what I tried to do, but then I told my friend, hey, let's go to the gas station and get this crack pipe, and he's like, nah, we'll just. My buddy told me just get some basil on this whatever on a bowl and we'll do it like that. So that's how we end up doing. We find a park in Miami. I go to the park. I sit there and I find a bench. And
where'd
there's
you
a
get
video.
basil from? I want to know that. That's the funniest.
At Whole
part of the
Foods?
story. You
They're
actually
vegans.
went
My
out
friends
on
are
it.
vegans, so they have all this. They're at their house, dude. They're vegans. Him and his wife are vegans. When I go to Miami, it's horrible.
Never
Their fucking
smoked
house,
basil
dude.
before.
I smoked basil when I was younger.
So
That's
you
not
went
my
to
first
Whole
time.
Foods to get basil for
No,
a
it's
crack
at their
pipe?
crib. It's at their house.
Okay.
They're vegans. They have basil. They have all that garbage.
That would have been funny if you were like at the checkout and they were like smoking DMT. Right?
It's like, we know why you're here.
We know why you're here.
So
Nobody actually uses basil.
So I get in the park and I get a certain they told me take the hit, take one hit as much as you can, take a second,
Hold
hit as
it.
much, hold it, and by the third one you won't be able to. So that's kind of what happened. I took it, and then the third one I try to hit it again, and then I kind of just fall back in the chair, and then I start hearing this boom, 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 and then everything everything turned kind of white.
Pixelized away, right?
It kind of it kind of pixelized, turned white. Everything it's basically like it was a layer.
Now I know that you actually did DMT
Yeah,
because
yeah.
people that don't say it went white.
Yeah.
And I go, you didn't smoke DMT,
It was like
motherfucker.
it went white,
Yeah.
and then so the trees, everything looked. I forgot it was like pixelated. The whole forest turned pixel. I didn't get. That's as far as I got. I didn't get to that was next level.
geometrical shape that you could never describe.
I didn't get to
all
that
at
super
once.
point though.
Oh, really?
I only got there because we didn't
Okay.
get hot enough. So that I got to that point, and it was for 7 minutes where it was like woo woo, and the whole forest turned kind of pixelated, and it was white, and I heard that boom 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 noise, and it was about 7 minutes of intensity. And I remember at one point. Because he was recording me, and I remember just saying, like, stop recording me, stop. And he went away. And at one point, somebody maybe got near me. I kind of heard him, but then it kind of went away. 7 minutes, I think, was the intensity. And around 10, 12, and then for the next 30 minutes, there was a little bit of a come down
you
mentally.
have like a kind of. Well,
and I love it, dude. And I want to, man, I love to get DMT because it was like, man, 15 minutes max, 30-minute come down. Like, I'm very busy, so it'd be a perfect drug for me. I know you're not supposed to take it like that. Oh, I'm supposed to change my life, whatever. It's like, look, I could do this before work or something like that, right? Dude, 15 minutes, dude. 15 minutes, like, that's why I haven't done mushrooms in a while, or I've never done acid, because acid is what, 8 hours? Or something like that.
Sometimes it's like 16.
I don't have time for that. Right. I don't. I'm too like I got to wake up early on a Sunday. Like I don't want to do that to do drugs. Like I don't have that much time on my schedule, dude.
I dedicate time. If I do acid, like I keep it for like a couple weeks, and I'm like, I get to wake up early this Saturday. I don't have anything to do on that Sunday. Like you have to like make plans. It's like
and it's like man, 6 hours. Like that's why like maybe. Well, not alcohol so much. Maybe like cocaine. Like I'd rather do cocaine than Adderall because
You'd rather do cocaine than Adderall.
Because Adderall lasts too long, dude. I don't have that many hours. I want to be back to like whatever. Like what's cocaine? Hour and 45 minutes, maybe 2 tops.
If that.
Yeah, like an hour,
it's
maybe
like 30, and then you're just like, come on.
And how long does Adderall last in comparison?
It depends
like
what kind you take, right?
Day, like 12 hours.
Yeah.
You could have Vyvanse, and that shit could have you going for like 13, 14 hours. Good luck going to sleep.
Shit.
You're gonna write a whole bunch of useless shit. Like, you're going to be like, oh, this is, like, profound. And then you're going to read it the next day. Like, what the fuck did I write here?
I'd rather do, when I do coke or something, I'd rather do, like, administrative work. Like, okay, go over my stuff as far as maybe going over notes or maybe found, stuff I got to do. Maybe mixing or, nothing that's kind of creative, but stuff I got to do as far as comedy and things that are more like, I got to knock this out the way versus creative stuff. Or work stuff, catch up on work stuff or things like that. When I do coke.
Over there?
I don't have a lighter.
I have 100,000 lighters in the house, and I can't find one.
There's one right here.
Oh.
One of my great
it's
regrets.
Like that Jay-Z song.
One of my great regrets in life, besides today, is not doing enough drugs. So unfortunately, I do not have any of those stories.
You see, I've done too many. Well, you see, the thing with me
you've done the right amount to get some good stories
at the wrong time. Well, this is me. I don't do drugs. When I go to open mics, I don't drink.
Yeah.
Really, like when I used to drink, I'd have a drink maybe after my set or after show, like 1 drink or 2. But on my off nights, that's when I would potentially go wild and drink too much. And then it was alcohol with women. If there's no women involved, it's usually not too bad. I won't even get that drunk. But there's like a chick or some chicks, if there's potential of me getting laid or something like that, then I can go off the rails. That's when it mixes. So I haven't really drank since July. So I've had 2.5 beers and maybe 5 total drinks in that span of time. And I haven't done weed since then. I went 89 days without doing cocaine. I was supposed to do 90. I got to 89. And
that's progress, right?
I mean, that was
progress.
close. But now my new rule is I can't do cocaine. I can't buy cocaine. I can only do cocaine if it's...
Oh, no. You're making rules now.
this is my life. I make rules. So I can't buy cocaine. I can only do cocaine if it's offered to me or for free or something like that. So I can't eat out, technically, and I can't buy cocaine. And I can't do cocaine if I'm in a shitty mood. So if I'm in a bad... So I can't use it to cope. So I have to be in a regular mood where like, I want to do cocaine right now. I can't be like, I'm in a shitty mood. I'm coping.
I'm not allowed to do cocaine then because all I do is cope these
days.
My life is falling apart if you can't fucking tell from this morning.
So basically, when it's offered to you, you're like, it's the will of the universe, basically?
By the
it's
way,
like,
I'm not hand me that vodka over there?
Cocaine.
I'm sorry. Yeah, who could say no to that?
Yeah, I'm not saying no.
Where is the vodka?
Ah, damn it.
It's probably in the kitchen.
It's in the kitchen. It's in the kitchen.
Ah, my life is a nightmare.
I'm in love with the cocoa.
Yeah, we need vodka.
Actually, you need vodka. 4 fingers worth.
Oh,
4 fingers worth.
I told him he could finish all the whole
4 fingers.
Oh, I was just thinking of a sec. Like, oh, okay, like height, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. I was like, what the fuck is this? Some new? I thought, like, it was some weird butt stuff you were talking about. 4 fingers worth.
Okay. 4 fingers worth. That takes time and practice and will.
You want to
smell your vodka? Can I smell your vodka?
You want to smell?
I'm a drunk. I don't drink anymore, but I'm a fucking drunk. I love alcohol.
I feel like I'm like enabling.
What'd you put? No. This is what I do. Like, I'll smell people's alcohol. I'll smell people's food when I can't eat. Like when I go strict dieting, like keto, no carb, I'll smell people's food.
What if you like go up to a girl and you're like, all right, I
smell
quit pussy. Let me smell your I wonder if it'll work. She'll just be like, yeah, you can smell this pussy. Well, if she says it like that, I don't think you want to smell it.
No, I don't. I
smell
don't.
This pussy.
I was like, I'll pass on that.
Won't get whiff with this dick.
Oh no.
No, you.
Oh, that just sounds all types
whiff
of wrong.
Undercarriage smegma. Ugh.
Undercarriage smegma. Okay.
What's a smegma?
It's that gross shit that grows on your dick that, like, if you're uncircumcised.
I'm
apparently.
uncircumcised.
Yeah, you get smegma if you don't clean.
Okay.
Yeah, you know how, like, they'll get fuck. I'm sure you don't deal with it because you seem like a clean motherfucker. But some people in other countries, they just won't, you know,
In shithole
clean it up, and
countries.
then all of a sudden it'll, we're not going to Trump say. But, it'll crust over, and then they have to go to the doctor and, like, get it removed surgically.
Oh, damn.
It's like, it's like a bacterial infection that grows. I've heard about it recently. That's the only reason that I'm going into this much
How'd you
detail,
hear
because somebody
about it?
talked about it.
Who?
Podcasts.
Wow. Oh, okay.
Podcasts, you hear about everything on fucking podcasts that you don't need to hear about, too.
What podcast do you guys listen to?
Oh, dude, everything. The list will go on and on and on and on. Let me see just for this.
You know what I wanted to do,
What
and
about
I don't
you
want to
guys?
do it now because I don't want to seem like a douche, and
What
because
is
now
it?
I have my own podcast. But before, I wanted to either post about it or maybe start it on. You know how you got the suburbs comedy page and the Chicago ones. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like a pin post where everybody's podcast is.
I don't even go into
So I
that
can
shit because
see.
why would
There's
you?
I
too
kind of want to
many.
hear it.
Like Bert posts on that shit, and every time I go, Bert, what are you doing? You're wasting your fucking, like, what are we advertising to other podcasters? Like, I don't.
But other
fucking,
podcasters want to listen. I want to listen. I listen. dude.
Really?
I do. Like, I like so certain ones. I'll listen to. I'm curious what's going on. Like, I don't know. I do. So I was like, I'm always curious. Like, what comics are doing podcasts?
I hate my
And I
life
wanted
right
to
now.
see.
Did you just see that?
What happened with the weed?
Yeah.
I just hit the fucking blunt backwards and burned my. I'm falling
That's
apart.
well, that's what happens. I like rock bottoms.
This
though.
is this
As
is
you
literally
come
my
out,
rock
dude.
bottom.
You
dude.
like
I'm not
rock
joking. I'm like, I literally almost quit my job on Friday. I'm like, I'm and my computer's now gone. I'm like, yeah, this is rock bottom, definitely. I'm drinking way more than usual too.
Get,
And
what
I've
does
been
your
rolling
cup
up
say?
weed.
Get jiggy with it. What does it say?
Get riggedy wrecked.
Oh, riggedy wrecked.
Yeah, riggedy wrecked. It's from Rick and Morty.
What does this thing do?
That's a beat pad that I hope still works.
Okay.
I cleaned it off, so I ran it over with a cloth. So it
Why
should
you
be
putting
good.
your vodka on it?
Because at this point, dude, I want to burn the fucking world. Like, well, my mixer, I don't even think is gonna work anymore, and that's fucking $900 gone too.
I just sold my mixer to
Really?
Honduran. Yeah. Well, he's had it at his bar for like 2 years. Actually, he's had it probably for I don't know how many years, but I was like, all right, man, pay up.
You talking about it? Cigars?
No, he has it. The place it's called Clark's in Beach Park is where I had a show maybe 2-3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
So my buddy's the owner there, and so he was looking for a mixer, so I let him use mine. But he's had it for a while, and I was like, finally, I was like, hey,
Dude, if
You
you
wanna
are looking
just
for a
sell
new
it?
mixer, I mean, did you want to spend a pretty good chunk of change? That thing right there is my favorite fucking piece of equipment I bought in I don't even know how long.
have you seen that new Zoom L8? It's a multi-track. Or you don't like multi-tracks?
I don't like multi-tracks because I like summing, like, because you're going to automatically sum anyway. And then sometimes if you deal with, like, say you're recording in a weird environment where it's too loud on the other side, then you have to deal with audio phasing.
Okay.
So then when you're uploading and then you have see, I'm a crazy audio
Okay.
head, man. Like, I know shit about LUFS levels, DBFS levels. Like, see, I'm like, I know about certain frequencies that are damaging to the human ear that I automatically pull out of all of our podcasts. I make our stuff sound a certain way because, like, I've been researching this shit for 10, 15 years. I've always wanted to have a recording studio.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started going deaf about a year and a half ago on my left ear. So I
Because
could.
bands? Because being in bands or something?
I got an autoimmune disease.
Sickle
It's
cell?
part of the.
What's
It's autosclerosis. So
Okay.
it's part of the downward spiral of my life. So yeah.
Okay.
Then I eventually I was like I kind of had this weird awakening where I started getting into comedy and like knowing that this was what I wanted to do, and I always wanted to do a podcast anyway. So I just like converted the recording studio into a podcast.
Ah.
So this was originally meant for like recording a full band and like getting a whole death metal band in a room making angry music that sounds like churches are burning.
Okay.
But it's
What are
now-
these blue things?
now it's just people talking about dicks and farts jokes. Those are they're cloud lifters. It helps with like mics like these. It boosts your gain without like. It gives you 20 decibels of noiseless gain. So basically, it boosts your level of your audio. It gives you more of like a news broadcastery kind of vibe, but also cuts out like the nasty frequencies that you'd hear like from most things that boost your levels, like the shh. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then I have our mixer automatically gated too. See, I'm talking nerd talk right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Any audio engineer right now is jerking off while he's listening to this. He's like, "Oh, he knows so much."
What is this big black thing here? That's not a camera. There's no camera here, so he doesn't know what I'm pointing at.
What's that big black thing over there? Oh, that's just a sex swing.
Oh, that's a little rack, right?
Yeah,
oh,
that's my
there's
rack
two things
unit.
there.
I got a Furman. It keeps the power conditioner. It keeps the voltage at the right level. Actually, right now it's running too low because we're in a shitty ass area of Mantino. It should be at 120, but apparently we're just surviving on 114.
How can you say shitty ass area? It's just Mantino.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I don't even have to.
Hey, speaking of
it's
Mantino-
redundant saying the two things
Dude,
together.
Mantino. I'm driving here, right? And the what is it called? The water tower? Is that what that's called?
I think so.
It says Mantino in Marlboro font, right? Look at the water. There's a Kmart logo on top of
Yeah,
it.
the Kmart. That just made me crack up when
and
I
then
saw
I
that.
said it to my buddy. My buddy's like, what did he say? He said, like, look, the letters are Marlboro font, and you got a Kmart logo. So you have Marlboro font and some Italian
They
company.
just straight up bought us out.
What is that? Do you guys know the history behind that or anything?
There's actually a Kmart.
They're degenerates out here.
There's a Kmart like shipping center like across the street from us.
Really?
they're like,
you
"We
never,
own
you
you,
never noticed
motherfuckers."
that. I don't know if it's still working, but
I try to
appar-
just not pay attention to anything out
Yeah,
here.
no, there's like some like Kmart warehouse across the street from your neighborhood, dude.
I hate it out here. I'm from Elsip, so I cannot stand it here.
Why'd you move out here?
We found a cheap place at the moment. We needed a spot, and we literally drove. We took 2 days off of work and drove everywhere trying to find a fucking place. And we couldn't find anything. And then we drive out here and find 2 spots on the same block. And I was like, motherfucker. And they allowed us to have the cat and shit, and we can move in literally like the next week. So I was like, yeah.
How far is
I
the drive
guess.
from Alsip?
Fucking sucks. It's like
40,
30,
45 minutes?
Yeah, it's like 30 if you take the new 294
Yeah,
exit.
that would do it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I use my works iPass, so I use it. I don't pay for that shit.
Mr. Beasley, we've noticed
Yeah,
some
until
discrepancies in regards to your iPass account.
No, they did. They, because I was getting double charged. I had an iPass, and apparently my license was like registered too. So they were getting 2 charges, and I was going on 294 like 3 times a week. So they were feeling it. Not my
They're
problem.
like, cha-ching.
Yeah, not my problem. Not my fucking problem.
So Bryce, how you been? You haven't really talked all that much throughout this episode.
Tired, angry, got a new tattoo.
Yeah, I saw
exhausted
that. I
as
saw
fuck.
that. Let me see your. Let me see
Well,
your
it's got
tat.
that fucking new bandage thing they do for tattoos to keep it
Oh,
all.
yeah.
Where your hemoglobin heals the tattoo.
That's badass, man. Where'd you get that done?
Got over at Firehouse Tattoo in Crestwood.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
what's
they do
that
good work.
supposed to be?
It's from the show Constantine. It's like a protection ward.
that's
Okay.
So this is just the base right now. I'm gonna have like an orange ember inlay, and then I'm gonna have like this ethereal smoke coming out.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, doing
Yeah.
it in layers is better. I hate people that like. Speaking of tattooing, like if you do it in layers, you do all your blacks first, and then come back in, and then go over, add color, and then deepen the blacks.
Yeah.
Tattoos just become so fucking crazy.
Yeah, you just
it's
gotta-
like they become like multi-dimensional instead
Oh,
of
yeah.
just like a thing on your skin.
You
know?
just got to get the outline done. That's
Mm-hmm.
and then you can fill in the color and shit. You know, it's just that took 2.5 hours. Near the end, I was, you know how like you got tattoos, so you know exactly what it is when you
Are you doing vodka, blunt, and edible?
Yeah, I'm having a bad day.
let him do what he needs.
No,
to
I'm
do.
not judging, dude.
Yeah.
You
These
just
are a
like
lot,
near the
too.
end of it, you just feel like your head's pounding, and you're just like fuck.
Oh yeah.
You're like sensory overload.
Well, that's
You
what I'm
know.
quitting my job to do. Shout out Chris Lionheart. I'm going to be apprenticing for Chris. You know Chris?
Yeah.
Chris Lionheart. That's like a wrestler, right? Or-
Yeah, no, that's his
That's-
Twitch stream name. It's actually Chris Shinstein, I think
But
is how
you're-
you say his name.
You're referring to
But,
Chris Jericho, the Lionheart.
We
yeah.
we
Lion Tamer.
Twitch
Lion
stream
Tamer.
together,
That's the
and
finisher.
we're part of the Jhovany HQ stream team. So
Okay.
like we're always like game streaming, and like I do live like music streaming and shit. Like we got a bunch of people on our Twitch page. If the computer didn't die today, you'd understand what we're talking about right now, because they'd all be on the mics right now talking to us. So it's
Other
this
people?
is- yeah, we
Oh.
would like what we're gonna start doing in the future is like we'll be doing we did it. It was the first one last week where we'll open up at the end of our podcast, basically like our Discord chat where people that are part of our like Discord community that are basically like the people that support the shit out of our live stream. They jump on and they can ask you questions in real time, and they're from like all over the world.
Oh, yeah.
Like the UK, fucking Norway and shit. We got people literally all over. I mean, I'm gonna keep naming places, and it just sounds like I'm name dropping. But yeah, I just, as I'm saying it, I feel like a douche. But like, it's cool because you got people from all over the world with all different accents, all jumping on to this. It's really cool, man.
It's pretty cool. I only know because of Discord because of Pokemon, because my ex-girlfriend
really?
is big into Pokemon, and she got on Discord, and I remember there'd be a lot of drama. Like some chick was on Discord and was talking about shit of these Pokemoners. Like they were in the Wonderland newspaper.
Really?
Because I remember a Pokemoner that she would go with, like some dude, I don't know, like they got into it and the cops showed up. And then one time they were there at a gym, a Pokemon gym. I don't know if you know about Pokemon, but there's gyms you go to level up or something. And some guy was wandering around with like a knife in people's car. He was like, where's, L348, somebody's name, and he was looking for another Pokemon. They got a newspaper. Yeah, it gets intense. I went to
Holy shit!
Holy shit.
Wait, like real time, real shit? Like,
yeah, dude. Like,
because you
Is
said
this
knife.
the
I'm like, wait, are you able to
Is
get
this the
that in the
Pokemon
game?
Go where you go to
Yeah,
destinations
yeah.
with your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pokemon Go,
You
yeah.
confused me for a second because, like, I was like, wait, how did he get a knife in Pokemon? And then I was
no.
like, wait, is this in real life?
No, yeah,
Like,
he's
oh my
going up to
God.
people's car. He's looking for like a specific. Like, he got. I think they get pissed off when you take over a gym and you get kicked out of a gym. Like, hey, you're not. There's like these. It's like baseball. These like underwritten rules.
my
Underwritten, is that a
God.
word? But you know what I mean.
Where's
Underwritten
little
rules.
pretty Bulbasaur?
Yeah,
I'm gonna murder you.
Exactly.
Like, what? Are you
But
kidding me?
wouldn't that be great in Pokemon if you lost to like a certain trainer, you lose a Pokemon battle, and then you just shank the guy who beat you?
I mean, maybe that's what was going on. But yeah, they got in the paper. And I was like, I knew one of the guys because I went with one of the guys to the Pokemon Fest.
Yeah.
In why?
These are fucking horrible.
Oh, they suck. Let me see. I had some of these at the crib. I think these are the Stoner Patch. I had some of these. I think.
Oh my god.
It tastes
What's the
like it might
milligrams
have
on
went
these?
bad.
Huh?
It tastes like it might have went bad.
I would
think
take.
70
I would take one right now, but I gotta go after this. I gotta go to that. I started an acting class, so I don't want to be all high.
Oh, where
You
at?
got an acting
Vagabond. It's on. It's like entry level or level 1 on screen. I've been meaning to take it for a while. Look, this is why I don't want to be an actor or anything. But if people like friends or things ask me to do it happens where people ask me to do a sketch or a video, and I've done a few things.
Yeah, why not?
And I've done some stuff with like people who are actually actors, and I was like, I felt a little out of place. I was like, let me get some basics down or whatever. You know what I mean? So yeah, I took it.
I've been thinking of doing the same myself.
Yeah, I'll
Just
let you know how it
'cause
goes.
Why
It seems
not?
good,
I
yeah.
mean, it's cool to get yourself. I hate improv. I really hate it.
Who doesn't?
But you got to open yourself up.
Sorry, if
right?
anybody does improv here.
Sorry,
I'm not
but
bad.
like,
sorry,
you
but not
gotta-
sorry.
What's in my hand? It's a dick. No, it.
You
What's
can't
in my
say
other
no,
hand?
right? You
It's
can't
a
say
dick.
no.
I know it's a dick. That's
Yeah.
all that I ever want to do. Or just like when they try to suggest it, I want to do it because I know that's like the stereotypical thing that pisses them off. Just
Like,
go
what do you-
penis.
Like Michael, what's
They
the
go,
guy's
say-
name? What's the
say,
name of the office guy? Michael
Scott.
Michael
yeah.
Scott. It's a gun.
It's a gun.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
gun.
always a gun.
Every time. I don't know. I'm sorry. I've been to so many improv shows.
Oh, you have?
In-
Why?
Whoa.
What the fuck?
Okay,
Yeah, were you talking to somebody with
only recently I've
water.
had to do a couple improv shows like doing stand up,
This is
and
probably my water.
it was just like embarrassing for everybody there. Like I'm sorry.
Why'd you have
but,
to do
like,
improv?
No, I didn't have to.
Oh,
do
okay.
improv. No, fuck that. No. But like
Oh, they were like thrown
even
into
if
the.
they're good, I'm sorry. There's still a weird thing where you're like even the best improver in the room, like I'm not like impressed by you. I don't know. There's something that I can't define it, but it's just like it's like being really good at yo-yo. Like
Oh, I got really good at yo-yo once.
it's like, but nobody's like, dude. You gotta see Jhovany. He's really good at yo-yo.
It's more like, oh,
nobody does that.
It's
Nobody
more
does
like,
that.
oh, that's cool. I
Yeah,
can do
like
this.
somebody goes like, dude, do you want to go to an improv show? Everybody goes, and they go, no. Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's
yeah.
because you have to defend it because you know that it's probably not going to be enjoyable.
Well, does that improv group do yo-yo tricks though?
Oh, if the whole time they're like,
Yep, basically.
see for you the people that can't see this, which means everybody, because usually we always have video. I was doing yo-yo, but like
Yeah.
miming it like what they would do.
which is about as exciting as how it looked in real life anyway.
Yeah, I'm trying to have energy right now.
This is basically guerrilla podcasting. So
This is me trying to be cheerful when thousands of dollars and half of my life is destroyed.
yeah.
It's only up from rock bottom. As a person who hits rock bottom all the time,
I know.
I love rock bottoms because, man, that's when I come
heard
swinging
they have
afterwards.
good beer.
What was the biggest rock bottom you've ever hit?
So far, I don't know. So far, Miami's been pretty down there. I mean, hey, but what I say about Miami is like, hey, at least my rock bottom was getting my dick sucked, you know? Like,
So you told us before the podcast, but what was it? What did you do in Miami?
so basically what happened?
Okay, but keep going. I'm gonna go get myself in a drink.
Some
real quick.
cocaine. Hey, what? Let me see.
Not
maybe
cocaine.
Do you want Red Bull?
maybe I'll
No,
do
no, I
cocaine a
bought
little
some
bit. You
stuff.
guys don't mind, right?
Yeah.
Or would that be weird?
Wait, you got coke?
Huh?
Wait, you actually got it?
Yeah, a little bit. It was free. But
It
no,
was free?
let me podcast without the cocaine.
I'm good, but thank you.
No.
Usually I would say yes, but I'm changing for the better in my life. It's rock bottom right now.
So what happened? I have a friend who's a vegan, right? And I went out to help him. He has a vegan. It's called Vegan Day. It's a big vegan festival. Look, I'm not a vegan, but if you're ever in Miami, go to Vegan Junkie. The burgers are fucking amazing. And I'm not a vegan at all, dude. His burgers are fucking awesome, right? So they had this big vegan festival called Vegan Day. So I wanted to go help out for So I show up on Thursday. We go set up. There's the event the next day. We do the event all day.
Where's this at?
In Miami.
Oh, okay.
In Miami. He's actually in Hollywood, Florida, at the Green and Orange Farmers Market or something, at Vegan Junkie Burgers. Anyways, so I go, we help him out, so I'm there for the 3 days I'm there. It's just work. We're just helping, we're setting up, breaking down. It's all work stuff. I'm just helping him out, an extra body. So then the last day, it's Sunday. I fly out that Monday evening or Monday night, like at 9. So we're supposed to go out that day. So we go to his old bar that he used to work at, some popping bar in Miami, but it just sucked. The music sucked. It was the wrong type of night. So then we left. We went to this other bar he used to work at. There's one person there, dude. There's like just one person at the bar. So finally I was like, man, you want to go to the strip club we used to go to? He used to live walking distance by a strip club I used to go to every year. And I tell myself, I'm not going. And I would walk in and be like, you know what? I'm going to go in, but I'll go in for a little bit. And I end up going to
You
the back.
sound like a hella addict, man.
yeah.
Yo,
The
let
worst.
me smell you drink.
Yeah,
Let me smell your weed.
I'm pretty bad.
Hey, I haven't had pussy in a while. Let me smell your
Let me
pussy.
spell it, dude. So
I'm just gonna go in for a little bit. I'll only give her 5 singles. Okay, 10 signals.
all right, let's go back. Let's go to the back and fuck. Basically,
Yeah.
what ends up happening. Like every time I've slept with, I don't know how many of the strippers at that place.
No, I'm living through you because like I deal with the same things, but I try to like. I'm sure you're just like me, where you try to like fight them.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
I'll
So that's why I
only
have these
a little
rules, dude.
bit
That's why I
today.
make all these
Yeah.
fucking rules, dude.
Yeah,
Because
you have to.
I need to be governed. You know
But
what I
you
mean?
can't not party. Like you're not gonna be the guy that's just.
Well, I kind
You
of
know
am
what I
not
mean?
partying. I've been that guy after. Well, look at. Let me finish what happened in Miami. But I've been like at parties or whatever. I've been drinking club soda, and I haven't been drinking since Miami. So I'm out, and I have my. But this is the rule: if you're gonna not drink, don't tell people you're not drinking.
Yeah.
And make it and just whatever you're drinking, make it seem like you're drinking. Nobody bothers you.
Yep.
You can still have a good time. But as soon as you say, "Oh, I'm not drinking," or something, if you have a water bottle in your hand, people are like,
Yeah.
"Fuck you, take a shot." It's weird. Right? Like I think people feel like okay, he's not drinking. Am I a piece of
Just
shit?
get a Coke. Just get a Coke.
But make it look
Everybody
like it's
asks
alcohol.
you, Jack Coke.
Yep. Oh, don't
Let me smell your drink. Nobody does that.
and if you're at somebody's house, get a tumbler. I don't believe you. Or a cup.
Well, that's why sometimes I remember when I was doing like a period where I wasn't drinking. What I would do was
Pussy. Sorry.
well, yeah, that too. But what I would do is I would bring over some non-alcoholic beer, like the ones where you don't see like non-alcoholic label like too clearly, and just drink out of that. And more than likely, people won't really notice. Yeah.
I would never do that. That's just too much.
I wanted an alcohol. Well, so anyways, we were at that bar, and I was like, "Fuck it, let's go to the strip club." Right. So
Yeah.
we go to the strip club now. I've had a few drinks because my rule at the time. Oh, actually, that was rule. I had a two drink max. Oh, and what happened was the bartender at one of the places he knew. She accidentally over poured one of my drinks. Like she did it, and she's like, the thing broke off. I don't know. Maybe it was fake. Like she had the thing, but it came off, and all this alcohol came in. So now I had a loaded drink, and I was like, well, I'm not supposed. Fuck it. And I was like, fuck it, whatever. So I was like, fuck it, I'll have this. Now I have more of a buzz than I've had in a while because at that point my rule was 2 drink max. So I wouldn't have more than 2 drinks.
That's
Yeah.
Okay.
So now this drink now I have a little bit of a buzz that I haven't had in a while. So then we go to the strip club, right? And I'm like, when I get there, in the back of my, I think Artie Lang was talking about this, but it's like, I think it's a feeling of being like, oh, I can be out of control here. And and you're okay with it because you're drinking. So it's like an excuse, like, oh, I can be out of control. So then I see the strippers and I see some and I'm there and I'm like, I order a double. I was like, let me get a double. And my friend's like, hey, man, you sure you should get a double? I was like, nah, I'm good. I got this. He's like, and now I had a second double. Because in the back of my head, it was playing. I felt it. That little devil was playing like, all right, you're going to order doubles. You're going to get drunk. Then it's going to be okay. You're going to fuck with these strippers. But the front of my brain was like, no, we'll be here for a little bit. I heard him, dude. He was like, come on, dude. Like, do it. And so I'm ordering. So now I'm looking around. And night's they're almost closing down. Night's about to be over. I was like, all right. I survived. I didn't make. And then this one hot, fucking stacked Cuban stripper, like ass, fake tits. I was like, fuck, dude. And I'm like, I was like, what's up? And she was like, you want to go to the back? And I was like, fuck, dude. I know what happens in the back. Like the VIP, you fuck. I go there to fuck, dude.
Back.
You know what I mean? That's the only strip clubs I go to. I don't go to strip clubs over here. I don't want you grinding on me or something. Like, look, I'm trying to fuck. Or at least get my dick sucked, dude. So then.
Oh, you and me are entirely
So then I'm in the back, right? I'm in the back. And then she comes, and then she brings her friend, dude, which kind of pissed me off. Her freaking Pocahontas-looking friend. Skinny, she was hot. She was beautiful. Looked kind of like Pocahontas.
It's like, damn it, now I got to pay double time.
Exactly, dude. That's the first thing I thought of. I was like, what are you?
Well, technically, you could only fuck one at a time anyway, so you're paying double time.
And it was
the
like,
other one, what's she going to do? Do her taxes while she's waiting?
And I felt like I got set up, but they had me some alcohol for me, and I was like, So at that point, I was like, all right, I'll probably just get my dick sucked or fuck this chick. But then they're like, oh, you want some Coke? I was like, can you get me Coke? So they go and they get me Coke. So then we're all doing Coke in that room, right? But now, so I forget. I'm doing Coke. I'm getting my dick sucked. I don't know if I fucked anybody there. But then now it's closing, right? And it's like, fuck, they're closing down. So we got to leave. So like, hey, how about this? We'll go back to a room. Just pay us right now, like $600 each or whatever each. Cash app us, and or get the money ATM, and we'll meet outside, and we'll go to a hotel room. And then it's funny because before I went in there, my friend was like, hey, dude, before you go, like, you can stop yourself. You don't have to be like, fuck, I fucked up last night. Like, this is it. This is the point. You can still save yourself. And I think he told me. I looked at him. I was like, do your thing, cowboy, or some stupid shit.
Dude,
do your thing, playboy.
I've made that same, like, I've said that same thing to a friend where I was like, hey, man, you don't have to do so I totally understand you. You're just like my buddy Mark. Oh man.
And I was right there. And I was like, man, okay. I was right there.
You like to do shit like 120%.
It's like, especially when alcohol and women, and so now we're like, I go. He sees me. He sees me hanging out with them, and then he's like, "Come on!" And he's like, he has a wife and kids at the house. A wife, kid, and his mother-in-law is from Honduras at the house. You know what I mean? From out of town. And it's like, so he's like, "I gotta go home." So he leaves me. So we go back. We drive. I get in their car. We go to a gas station. I fill up their gas tank. For some reason, I don't know. I was like, "Come on!"
You're just feeling nice.
I was like, I don't know. As I was like, I got this. I don't know why I'm trying to impress these strippers. So then we get there. We get a few cheap bottles of wine and some beer. So then we go to the first hotel. And these cheap hotels, it's only for 2 people. You can't go to 3 people. I didn't know this, right? And the lady told me, go tell them you can only go to 1. There's only 2 people. So I go over there, and they're like, I got 1. Somebody might be coming. They're like, and I go back and I tell them that, and they're like, nope, we got to go to a different one. They're going to send somebody. You got to lie, say there's only be 2 people. I'll hide, and then we'll all 3 go in the room, I guess. They're experiencing this. I don't fucking know. It's on Calle Ocho. So we go to the second one. We go to the second motel. We start doing Coke. You know, I don't know if I ever fuck anybody because I do a little bit too much Coke at one point. I do get my dick sucked. I do Coke. I do Coke out of one of the hookers. Strippers ass. Strippers ass.
Strippers. You just want to make sure you got that.
The strippers. You know, so I remember I'm eating this one stripper. I'm doing Coke out of her butt, and then I'm eating her out while she's going down.
What the fuck? Keep going.
Yeah, because I always want to do it. So I do the Coke, and then I go and I start eating her ass out while she's going down on the Pocahontas chick or whatever. It's not the first time I've eaten a hooker's ass. Well, the other one's a hooker. She's a stripper. So then, you know, and it's cool.
Is there really a difference?
Yes, dude. Yes. To me, it helps. All right. It helps, dude.
Whatever helps you cook,
I've
man.
ever known was a hooker. That's why I didn't respect him.
No. But, so then,
I'm sorry, man. Sorry. I was never a fan.
And you know, it's funny because there's the mirrors up there. I'm looking at the mirrors, and but the Cuban was stacked. And then we get deliveries a few times during the night of cocaine, and then there's a point where we have the 3 hours. The 3 hours are up, and I'm like, I want more time. We get more coke, so I cash out more money, and I'm cash apping more money throughout because I'm like, and I gotta pay for the room because the room's only 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I'm cash apping for the room. I'm cash apping for the coke. We get it delivered like 2 or 3 times. We had a bunch of like 2 or 3 like $200 coke. We did a bunch of coke deliveries, and it's so at one point in the night I remember. Actually, we got beer. We ran out of food, so we got beer from the hotel. The motel sold us beer. Yeah, so one time, yeah.
Now, were you staying in a hotel or a motel?
Motel. This is a motel. This is a motel. So they got
It was
a
a hotel motel. You bring hose to the motel.
Yes.
Yeah. So at one point I broke the toilet. Right. That's when.
What the fuck?
So this is what happened. Right. We run out of booze. I broke the toilet in the motel.
This is the most interesting story I've ever heard in my life.
How are you alive?
Right?
How are you alive? If you
Holy
died that
shit.
night, you would have been a legend.
My friend thought I was dead. We were supposed to go to the beach that day
I
with
hope
his
they
family.
don't serve coke in hell.
Yeah, you would have been like an urban legend.
Or no, is that, you know how there's I hope they serve beer in hell? Or whatever, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
I know who you're talking about.
Oh, I hope they serve coke in hell. Whatever, that would have been that story. That would have been the story.
So this is how I broke the toilet. We ran out of booze. And so, remember, I went to the gas station and bought those bottles of wine, those cheap bottles of wine or whatever. So I was like, we didn't have a bottle opener, so we're trying to. This is before I learned that life hack with the shoe. You put in the shoe and you do some bullshit and it opens it.
Oh my.
So I was like, I got this. So I take the bottle, I go in the bathroom, and I try to break it against the toilet, the tip. Dude.
Oh my God.
Don't do that. The toilet's not going to win. Don't do that. So I break the fucking...
That is amazing.
So then the toilet fucking breaks, right? And it's like... eventually we get the bottle open. I break it against something. So more coke, more whatever. A few hours later, I got to go pee, right? So I walk into the bathroom naked, right? I'm sure I've been naked the whole time. So I go in the bathroom, take a piss, flush the toilet, not thinking about the toilet. As I flush, the water comes out the side because that part is broken. Flood the fucking toilet. And as I don't know if it's when I walked in or walked out, as I flooded it, I stepped on a piece of the porcelain or whatever it's made out of. Cut my fucking toe, right? So now I have a cut toe with toilet water running from my hand, me running across it, cleaning it a little bit. And I remember at one point I'm sitting there and she's rapping. The Cuban one, the other chick left because she got in an argument with her mom. She was like yelling. Her mom called. The Pocahontas chick left. Because her mom called her, and I think it was like kind of the girlfriend, yeah. Or like I don't know if he was pimping her. They were kind of like together. It was weird. So I remember she was wrapping up my. I'm sitting there. I was like, "Fuck, dude!" Like this stripper's wrapping up my toe in toilet paper, and I was like, "What's?" And because at one point we did all this coke. Me and the stripper were all coked up, and we started talking to each other. Like, you know, she's like, I like you. I was like, oh, I like you too. And she started telling me her life story about how her ex-boyfriend would hit her. And she loved Selena, and I was playing Selena. It was in this point where I was just, the drugs and alcohol, we got it to, just wouldn't shut the fuck up, so we just, our life story. She's like, oh, I could tell you're a good person. I got her on IG, though, so if I can go back one day, I could set it up better and not spend so much money and pre-plan it. But I don't know if I want to go back down that route. But when I came back, now it's like 5 o'clock p.m., right? It's like 5 p.m., so I was like, fuck, I got a flight to catch, you know what I mean? Like at 9 something, right? So 5:30, we leave. I get to my buddy's house at 6. I walk in. He told me it was him, his mother-in-law, you know, his son somewhere running around, and his wife. And he told me when I walked in, he's like, dude, you look fucking dead. You walked in, your mouth was like, the coke jaw.
The jaw
was crazy. And because they couldn't get a hold of me. Yeah. I just walked in.
That's all you do.
Looking dead. And
you think you're totally straight, though.
No.
You're like,
you think you're straight, but you're like, your jaw's out of control. I can't move it. Yeah. So I go in. I go in his air bed. I go in their bed in their room or something where they sleep. I take a 45-minute nap or on an airplane. I take a 45-minute. I get out. I jump in the shower. He's like, "You want food?" I was like, "No, dude." He takes me to the airport, and I'm just sitting there like fucking depressed because I'm like, now I drained all my bank accounts. You know what I mean? I drained mine, my savings, this other savings I shared with somebody.
Damn.
And drained it all. And then my checking account was negative for 2 weeks. But when I came back, I was like, oh my God. Like 2 weeks, my shit was negative. So my checking account was every Friday I'd look at my direct deposit. I get Friday direct deposit, and it'd be like less negative. I was like, oh, it took it took 3 weeks before my bank account went back to positive. But I had some cash to the side that I had aside, and what I did is when I came back, I work at a golf supply company. I used to caddy for years. So the last 5 years, I only caddied 3 times a year for big tournaments. I went back that Saturday. I caddied every weekend. So I was up. Now I'm up at fucking 5:15 to go be at work at 6. So since July up until a few weeks ago, I was working 7 days a week, caddying on weekends, and I made the money back. You know, because like when there was tournaments, I would take a half day of work, go into work at 7, get in early, go caddy. So I started I just started grinding. You know what I mean? So I cut out the rule was no women for 30 days, no alcohol for indefinitely, no cocaine for 90 days, and no weed for 90 days. And then that was my rule. And then, but I, like I said, the rock bottoms is like I came out and then just slowly. So now it kind of, I've had a few where like they kind of balance you out. They put you in check because I was like.
You ever do acid?
No, I've done mushrooms where they balance me out for a few months. I have a tab by acid at the house in my safe.
You ever microdose?
No, but.
I would recommend for you
yes,
to microdose.
I've been trying to.
Okay, so instead of taking the whole thing, just take a little corner, almost where you're not even convinced that it's going to do anything to you.
Okay.
Trust me. And then just write. Listen to some music that you love. And all of a sudden, about 45 minutes in, you are going to be in another place. And
How
you're
long
gonna
does it
be
last?
Happy. Oh, it's going to be like 12 hours.
Okay, so I got to do it on the Sunday then.
But from then on, I swear to God, it changes the chemical makeup of your brain. I swear it 100%, it helps with depression. Like, I've had the lowest of lows, especially when, like, I've lost, like, jobs, had to move, like, multiple states. I've, like, lived on couches. I was, doing not necessarily legal things to be able to make ends meet. That's not being in a good place. So at a certain point, like, I've done these things and I've actually made like real life decisions where I was like, oh shit, like I've realized that I was like an addict over things. So I cut my drinking down. I used to drink like a 12-pack a day because for some reason I'm like OCD. So I'd have to like drink an even number. It was weird. I'd be like, all right, I have to like at least knock out 12 before like I go to bed. And that was how I thought. And then if I went over 12, then I had to go to another even number. 14. So it was, 14, 16, 18.
Shut off
like,
my math skills.
I had to. I was weird. I was weird like that. And I can't explain what that is. You just can't. It's maybe something from your upbringing. I don't know what it is.
How do you feel about certain beers having 15 packs?
They enable you. They really do. I think
Is that the one they cut? Well, they put tape on?
No, there's actually some like craft beer companies like Goose Island or
I'm
Founders.
thinking of like
They'll have 15 packs for their craft beers instead of like 12.
When the 30 rack came out and it became so affordable, Keystone was my shit.
Oh my god!
So I would try to get as high to the 30 number as I could.
Oh Jesus
Before
Christ.
blacking out and passing out.
No,
that was what I would do, and I was like that. Like I always grew up around drinking, and I was like really just ready to just kind of crash and burn. And all of a sudden, I don't know what it was. I think it was because I was in this band, Martyr the Tyrants, and we would just like sit around every single fucking practice, and we would microdose and write songs. And it was weird. It was like this weird reawakening where I would like all of a sudden just wanted to start reading more. I was like, I just like started reorganizing my life and stopped like kind of thinking sporadically. I like actually like dedicated to like trying to be better to my girlfriend and shit. It was like really fucking weird. Like just like these weird things that like I noticed.
That happened to me with mushrooms. The first time I did.
Mushrooms will do that. And it's now they're doing studies in like universities and shit because people in their 50s have now experienced this. So they're like, oh, yeah, I'll throw money at that. Dude, I remember that. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, 60s, 70s even. I guarantee Trump took some fucking acid in the past.
No, I
think he probably took more coke.
He's
than
more
acid.
of an uppers guy. He's an uppers guy.
Oh, I think he's on uppers right now.
Yeah, he is.
Right?
He's on uppers.
Okay.
For sure, dude. He's fucking
Well, he's got a million things to do, so whatever. More power to you. I'm not
all
gonna,
the CEOs
not gonna
in
shit
Silicon-
on him for that.
All the CEOs in Silicon Valley are on those uppers and the modafinils or whatever it's called. Those brain drugs. I forget what it was called.
Yeah.
They're all on all of the Silicon Valley's on those on Adderall and the
I love
Modafil or Moda something.
No,
but
this just became the drug episode.
Right.
That's all that we're just gonna call this.
Silicon Valley's on uppers, nurses and doctors are on downers.
What's a downer? Is that
Yeah.
alcohol?
No, like
Barbiturates?
depressants or like the
Wine.
Oxycontin or like the
Or
meds
that.
or Vicodin.
Yeah.
Those are
Believe it or
the
not, that's actually a problem in the medical field because I know it's because my aunt was addicted to Oxycontin for a while. She was a nurse, and yeah, she was addicted for about a good, I don't know, over 5 years. I think close to 10 years.
Damn.
But she was a nurse, so she knew how to get that prescription. But yeah, that's actually a pretty common thing in the medical field. The nurses or doctors, they would sometimes do like depressants or the prescription drugs because it's there and also taking the edge off them. Especially nurses, well, they'll be working around the clock. And depending where they're working at, they could be around some really fucked up shit too.
Mm-hmm.
So they need something to kind of take the edge off, and oftentimes that's what happens. They get hooked onto the prescription drugs and the downers.
Well, what it is, you all of a sudden develop. It's almost like a routine. After 3 days,
Yeah.
all of a sudden it feels routine. I was addicted to Tramadol because I had
What's that?
It's
Narcotic?
like I don't know. It's like a I think it's a painkiller. It's like or an anti-inflammatory.
Okay.
But I would take high doses of it because I would go on like long runs. I would go on like a 16-mile run. Like who the fuck does that?
I used to do that.
I'm
Yeah,
like I said,
it helps, it
like I
helps.
said, like we're
Anxiety and things
me
like
and
that.
you are like
depression.
one and the
Those
same.
runs really help, dude.
Everything that he's saying, I'm recognizing because I wanted to crash and burn. Like I thought I was already going to be dead at 24. I thought 24 was my number, and I'm now about to hit 30, which is like fucking weird. So it's like I understand kind of where you go like 120 fucking percent. No
But
matter
I do
what
it in
you
like
do.
one night or one day, and during the week
Yeah.
I'm super productive. Work, do my mics, whatever.
But yeah,
I have
you're
that
able to
night.
do everything else around what you do.
That
You're
night-
really,
those
really
nights,
good.
yeah.
Well, see, what you do is you enable yourself by. Yeah, I do the same thing. I like to party as hard as possible, but I party within limits, so then I can still enable myself to continue to party.
You know what? That's why
So
I'm
I
so
don't
cheap.
lose my jobs. So I keep my other things that I can still have like good dinners, but I can still party my.
I never
ass
realized
off,
I
you
did
know
it
what
that
mean?
way. I never realized because I'm very cheap with myself, and like I can't spend because I know in the back of my head I'm gonna have one night where I just fucking go off the rail.
Right,
and something's gonna
and
happen.
that's
So that
where it
makes
is.
sense. That makes
Yup.
sense.
I'll go off and spend like $3,000 in one night, but every other night I won't eat.
I save
fucking
10% of everything I make.
Well, I
very
won't get
strict,
breakfast. I won't get water. I won't get lunch, and then I'll just eat dinner that day for 5 days straight just to try to save money. But then on Saturday and Sunday, we're going out to dinner 3 times, and then fucking doing crazy ass shit, and like
You ever do this?
It just doesn't make any sense.
I just did-
Do you guys are you guys like this?
I mean, I follow a strict regimen because of now I'm trying to save money and shit now.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Because it's
I've
smart.
been at it.
guy.
I just
Yeah.
feel like me and him are running on the same fucking.
You ever do this?
wavelength right
I
here.
just told a friend I do this, and I realized because I almost pulled this move off this other night recently, where you're not sure if you're gonna hang out with a girl or it's gonna happen. So this is what I do. Sometimes I have these nights where I got a vice. So if I'm not gonna go out with a chick and try to have sex, I'll go get shitty food. But it's like
Those are your two options.
You go out and get a full pizza for yourself.
it's like a friend. It's like,
Get laid or get home run in.
yeah.
yeah. So what happened was I
You
was
need
like,
to be able to feel something.
Yeah,
Either
I
feel
gotta-
full or feel I don't know.
So I was like, all right, so I'm gonna go out, and I'm thinking, and I was calling my friends like, what should I do? And I was like, fuck it, you know what? I want to go get some. I actually wanted to go to Cane's. You guys fuck with Cane's? They're from the south. They're moving up here. Cane's, Raising
Yeah.
Cane's, the chicken place.
Yeah,
delicious.
I've heard of it,
Great
never
Texas
had it.
toast. Try it out, dude. There's one in Harlem.
Yeah, it's
one in
actually really
Schaumburg.
good. It's really good.
delicious, dude. It's
Oh.
fucking delicious. Try it
Never
out. There's one that just opened in Schaumburg, so I was like, all right, let me go to that one. But it was fucking packed because it just opened like Tuesday. So I was like, all right, but I was gonna go get food either way. But this is the move I pulled before, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go get the food. I don't know if I'm gonna hang out with anybody, any chicks. So what I do is I'll go get my food. But I tell my friends if the chick hits me up to hang out, I'll just throw the food up because that way I can go out. Because I've done this before where I try to go out like I'm on a full stomach, and then it takes like I don't know how many drinks to get like any type of buzz, and so now I don't do that anymore. Right? Let's say I ate. And I've done this before. I ate, but then the girl hits me up after I went with the food, and the girl hits me up after. I was like, I go in the bathroom, throw it up, wash my, brush my teeth, and then I'm ready to go out and drink. No, I'm the only one. Okay.
You are very solo on that, dude.
No, what?
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna go out full.
So
It's like you're all bloated. You can't talk.
So
you can't drink. What's
No,
up?
no.
Yeah.
That's not you guys. Really?
No.
That was me.
Okay, that makes sense.
That was
dude.
me. Yeah, I would like fast. I'm
Yeah.
like, I gotta look good.
And if you fast, it starts if you don't eat, it hits you quick. If you're full, dude, if you're gonna go out to a bar, if you're drinking at the crib, it doesn't make you go out to a bar. It takes you like 2.5 more drinks than it would if you weren't on an empty stomach, dude.
Yep.
Financially, it makes sense. I think at the time when I was drinking.
you are smart. You are smart.
you-
Because you don't know if it's like an actual investment that you want to
Jesus
make at that
fucking
point.
Christ. You guys are like two babies holding a fucking hand grenade, okay? Like,
Oh, fuck,
got
I
the
agree.
devil.
will they pull the pin? Will they
I
not pull
fucked
the
some
pin?
grenades in
Dude,
my
I
life.
think you two are related. You just don't realize it. You
I don't
got
know,
way
dude.
too much in common.
We got a show together next Friday.
Yeah, Friday,
right?
Friday,
I'm
yeah.
really
Yeah,
excited
but
about
both
that.
you two guys show, and before you know it, you're going to be in Miami spending $10,000.
I don't drink at shows. I don't drink at shows. I'm gonna be drinking club soda. That's what I'm gonna. I don't drink.
Jhovany
until
Diaz
after.
and Joe Beasley were found dead the other day.
They
Left a note saying, I did it for the beer and the bitches.
and the cocaine.
Especially the cocaine.
But now I only do cocaine recreationally. So
At the funeral, there'll be specific requests.
Wait,
you
what
just
would you
smile
do it
untouched.
for before? Medicinally?
I do actually I don't do it. That's a lie. I do recreationally. I do it for work stuff, or like I gotta get stuff done. I use it as Adderall. I'm at the house, like I got a bunch of stuff to do, kind of to focus, almost like an Adderall. So I'll take it and I'll do a bunch of stuff I have to do, non-creative, not writing really, or maybe I've written
These are
on
like
it.
the
Dude,
grounds
I was
of
maybe
a
rewriting on it.
sociopath.
Well,
These are like the grounds of a serial killer. Your guys' methods here.
If my computer ever turns on, all right. So back in the day, I was rapping for a while, and I was working with like a couple of fucking producers and
Rapper
shit,
name?
and like
Rapper name
I-
now.
West Narrow, actually. Yeah, it was
Urethra.
actually because one of my buddies had a little kid in his family. It was his little brother, and like he was just the cutest little dude ever. And he used to like get really mad when you would call him Wes. He'd just be like, "It's Wesley," and then like
He
it was
preferred Wesley?
so I know it was adorable. And like it was kind
That's
of like
cute,
a little
yeah.
ode to him because I missed his family because I moved away and shit. And then Narrow, I can't remember what the fuck it stand for. It was like the god of music or something. I don't know. It was just
Nero was the name of a Roman
I wasn't
emperor.
I wasn't thinking anybody was ever gonna
What
hear
mythology?
it. So I just tried to like write down some shit. I think it was like Greek or something. I don't fucking know.
Emperor Nero.
Yeah, Emperor.
Yeah, he was
Nero or
a
something.
Roman emperor who burned down Rome.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. Something.
Yeah,
I
This
don't
is
know.
more like
Burn it all down, motherfucker.
I looked up to. It made sense at the time.
you guys are at a Caligula level. Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know. That wasn't the important part because I just wanted to like
Yeah.
write some fucking music and shit. I don't even know why I'm on this subject now because I've drank so much vodka. Why am I talking about this?
Oh fuck! Why he's rapping? No, it's before the rapping. You got into. God damn it! I'm so bad at this.
Right. You guys are asking the guy.
You guys
that smoked
remember?
a bunch
Well,
of
because
weed
you were
and
talking
drank
about
a
how
bunch
you
of
you
vodka.
dabbled in rap. You know.
No, before that.
Was it about coke again?
Probably.
Recreational. I was talking about recreational.
Yeah,
coke
you were doing
and
recreational.
Adderall.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
duh. Okay.
okay.
So if my computer ever
Yeah,
turns back on, there was a period of time where I was just completely enabled by cocaine or Adderall, and it was definitely like the breaking point of like it was my low, like real fucking low, because I had like no fucking money, and I had probably like 70 songs worth of writing because I stayed up and I didn't go to sleep for like probably 3 weeks. Like it was ridiculous. I never looked back on them. I never looked at them. But like, dude, I stayed up all night writing these fucking songs and shit, and I'm sure that you could relate to this. If you've done that, you've written jokes and jokes and jokes and jokes and jokes and jokes, and probably you filled up how many of those fucking notepads?
I'm digital though.
Oh,
I
really?
I have super shitty handwriting, so I gotta write.
I do a lot of
Set
that.
lists are all on this and other stuff.
But your notes probably don't make any sense though. But like they somewhat do.
They're like
they're somewhat organized, but they're all over the fucking place.
and now I try to
Because that's how mine is.
I try to use that time to like I call it administrative work, like reach out to book or just stuff like that where I'm not right, or maybe I don't even remember. I don't know. I'll do it next weekend. I was at the house and it's like because I have a list of all these things I got to do, so then I sit down on Saturday mornings and I do it. Like a lot of it is maybe mixing or something like that, or mixing and stuff like that. So I'll do the. But this is the rule. Can't spend money. I can't buy any Coke because when my Miami, I came back. I was living like how I told my friends I was living like a stray Honduran dog. I'm friends with a lot of Hondurans, and Honduran's a shithole. I've been there, dude. It fucking sucks. Anyways, but there's parts that are beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to Honduras.
But it's
like,
kind of
I've seen pictures and I'm like, holy fuck. Yeah, I know.
But the islands, go to like Roatan, the island. It's beautiful. It's an awesome place to go. Rotila, this little island, which is a cool little pirate island. But if the mainland, unless you know, be careful on the mainland. I wouldn't go. I'd go to Roatan or something. Just stay on the islands. The islands are basically like the Caribbean. So
yeah, but don't they usually just fuck with like people that look like it's gonna be really easy?
it's just dangerous. There's a lot of like the mainland is pretty. It's gotten worse. It's gotten dangerous. So you could just get caught up in something you don't want to.
Okay.
And you got
shit. Well, I grew up on the south side, so I'm
but it's
used to that.
machismo, dude. You know what I mean? Like it's machismo. Like you can't talk to girls.
So you see a tough guy.
Or you see a girl, and then the girl gives you attention because they're all hoes in Honduras, and then her friend's a narco, and they'll fucking kill you.
Yeah,
that's happened. I had a friend who he was dancing with a girl. He didn't know her boyfriend was a narco.
No, it's just like what was happening with 2-6 and all the fucking like GDs and shit on the south side.
With Big Papi too? He was talking to some dude's girl. Isn't that why he got shot? That's what I heard in the underground. Big Papi, I forget it. David Ortiz.
He was talking to somebody's girl, and then they got intimidated over it, and they like
shot his ass.
Well, I don't think it was in the club or whatever.
I don't think it was in the club, but that happened to my friend. He was dancing with some girl. The guy found out. My friend he hid in those big barrels for like hours outside until like because they were going out. They were looking for him because they wanted to kill him.
Wait,
like a big barrel where you have I forgot, maybe you put the water in or something. So he hid in it for a few hours, like outside,
like somewhere. A rain retention barrel.
Yeah, those big. He hid in it, right? Dude. Until because then they had to contact my other friend who lived there to get a hold of the guy and be like, and they had to go to the guy's house and be like, look, this is my cousin. He didn't know. He's apologized, and they had to kind of do a deal. He's good. Just all right. Don't get. Like, leave him alone. All right, they agreed. Because they do want to kill him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Because you have all this money and you're fueled by cocaine and you got this Latin American machismo. It's a mixture of all that, and it's like, people like when they killed Miss America in Honduras. You know what I mean?
I've told
killed
stories
Miss America
on
Miss Honduras or something.
Oh,
like it was. It was like Miss Honduras or Miss something. She was so maybe somebody got jealous, some narco or something. And they shot her up and her man or something, dude. Like, I don't know. Yeah.
Damn.
It's pretty bad down there. But Roatan is beautiful. I might be going to New Year's.
I'm good. I brought an extra bottle.
You want Rebel?
I'm solid.
You want Rebel?
Solid.
You ever had a Rebel?
Are you trying to offer me this because you want me to wake up or something?
No.
You want cocaine?
Well, all this talk about cocaine. You sure you don't want Red Bull?
I know, dude. You're getting me itchy over
now,
here.
Let me ask you a question.
No. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. After all you went through with that situation,
this is a really.
Would you sit there now after everything you do to get out of that thing financially and stuff like that? Do you think would you do it again?
Yes.
Or was it worth it?
Well, looking back, I wouldn't. Let's say I wouldn't do it again, but I'm glad it happened, dude, because that really straightened out my life. Look, I haven't drank since then. I've gotten my shit together. Now I started doing the podcast. I'm I've been super productive, and I've been super. So it was a rock bottom. Like that really kind of changed. It changed my life. Like I don't drink. Like I kind of do drink, and maybe I'll drink if I'm with a chick or something. But I haven't. I've had 2.5 beers and 5 drinks since July.
But it also proves a point, though, that when women try to change men, it's not going to work that way. We only can change shit.
Anybody, any addict, any whatever thing.
We can change the shit. Only we have the power to change our shit.
If somebody doesn't want to change, they're not going to change you. They need like a life-altering thing or something like that. They're not going to change.
Yeah, it's usually some sort of life-altering event or some tragic event that just sets you on the
drugs
on the path,
or drugs like psychedelics, ayahuasca, hallucinogens, or you do one of those things. That helps a lot of addicts too. Like
dude, okay, so thank God that you brought it all back because we just kind of went all over the place. Before we talk for a million minutes, how long does this thing record for?
Oh, let's see what I got left. We got 42 hours left.
Oh, 42 hours?
On my SDs. So
Okay. All right.
Here we are.
But don't you have to leave
36
for like...
Oh, I do got to leave at 1:30. That's why.
All right, so we got
All
about like 50 minutes or so.
I got to go to that
Okay.
acting class. Damn.
Dude, okay.
Well,
I try to keep
Yeah,
myself.
go ahead.
Try to keep myself quiet on the whole improv
All right.
shit because I've dealt with actors a good chunk of my life, and I don't like them either because some of them are just
They're
so
weird. They're all weirdos.
fucking full of their own shit. You know, it's just.
I think it comes with that type of
I'm
work.
a thespian.
Well, no, I mean,
Hello.
There's some actors that are really
Nice
clearly-
to meet you. It's so nice to meet you.
Oh,
like
dear
they
God.
I can't fucking. I just want to be like, I want to fucking squeeze your head.
I mean,
You're
I
like,
went-
I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't do it.
I went to school for theater, and then I was a performer at the Brussels Renaissance Fair, and they had improv groups and stuff.
Do you know
like
Sean
that.
Shawnut?
Huh?
Do you know Sean Shawnut?
No.
Okay, he worked there. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
But I was a performer there, and you do these improv classes and stuff like that. And you see all these people who just put way too much pride on themselves, and like they're so full of themselves. And it's just I hate that's the one avenue about certain actors that drive me up the fucking wall.
Well, you can't do that as a stand-up because you get humbled like
Oh, you get
every
humbled
night. You know what I mean?
fast.
If you you'll get humbled real quick if your shit's not hitting. You know what I mean?
But
Versus
that-
an actor, you don't see. It's not like you're like people will be like, you suck.
I
Yeah.
love that. I love that. I love that you fucking said that because that's exactly like some of these motherfuckers think that they're so goddamn hot. Walk up on a fucking stage and entertain for goddamn. Okay, we'll limit it to 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Entertain for 5 fucking minutes.
Well, this is a banana in my hand.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's a dick.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I think
improv.
that's-
Fucking dick.
Oh,
I think that's why improv actors stay in their lane.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, when they try to step out suddenly, because in this lane they can act like any fucking thing they want, and it drives me fucking up the wall. Like, just can't stand the attitude.
Oh
You know,
man.
I can't stand that fucking shit-based attitude. I dealt with it in wrestling, where some people fucking think they're the fucking hottest shit in the world. Like, you don't have a WWE contract. Shut the fuck up. But it's just like
yet.
the egos alone.
Not yet. But after I start taking some tests,
Vince will see me and he'll
after all these roids kick in,
Soon as I do all these roids and then blow Pat Patterson, I'll get in.
Babe, pop the back knee off me. Come on.
I've been working on my deep throat technique.
You know, there's a lot of urban legends about
Oh, that's
that shit,
horrible.
about like something how guys got ahead in the WWE. You don't want to fucking.
Oh no!
I'm gonna
Vince
tell you
McMahon
right.
gets his dick sucked.
They
by a
just walk.
wrestler?
I don't know.
It
They
was
just
not
walk
that-
into the
it's-
office and they just start putting on red lipstick.
Put on this
That's
dress.
the signal.
But I don't want to put on the dress.
Put on the dress. I haven't washed it since. It's got a lot of cum on it.
No, there's a lot. I'm going to tell you this right now.
Oh, that's
Like,
horrible.
the moment that somebody that's part of like the older age group dies, I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of shit's going to come to the surface about this guy. I don't want to say the guy's name, but it's once it comes out, it's going to be a lot of bad stuff.
Neil Patrick
It's like
Harris.
it's like think Mae Young, but in the male sense.
I'm pretty sure I just said the guy's name.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure I said the guy's. We're talking about WWE guy, right?
Yeah, but what name did you drop? So I don't get in trouble.
Oh, I said rhymes with Matt, and then
Yeah.
rhymes with
Never mind.
Anderson.
Yes,
Matterson.
Yes,
Matt
yes.
Matterson.
That's the guy. That's the guy.
I don't know
Google this out.
wrestling.
Yeah, me neither.
so I
I
don't
don't-
fucking.
Let's
All
just
right.
say he had to pull. He let people pull certain favors in order to excel their career.
Oh, okay. He pull his body.
No, they let someone else pull parts of his body.
They pulled his body until
Yeah, you want-
until they
you
got
Want the
jobs.
strap? Show me.
Yeah. Okay.
It's bad. I mean, there's this underbelly about this shit, and even on the independent level, it's messed up, man. There's like I feel bad for the women in the industry because they get cornered. They get like guys come up to them and like try to say some shit to them and try to turn them into ring rats, which is wrestling groupies. But I mean, like, it's just a it's just a dark side. If you don't recognize that line, you know, it's just a fucked up environment to be a part of. I mean, I know I'm, and that's a lot of drug infused parties on that shit too. So,
And pills, right?
huh?
And pills, right? Pain
Pills.
pills.
Well, I mean, there's some guys who just fuck themselves up so bad. Even on the independent level, they're just so dependent on that shit.
I
now.
wish that they put cocaine on the turnbuckles, and then as they smack their hand, they're like,
I would, you know what? I wouldn't be
I'd
surprised.
watch wrestling then.
Dude, if you
I would
saw,
watch it.
If you saw some of the shit that dark side of the ring shit, that is just a tip of the iceberg of how the underbelly of the professional wrestling world can be. There's a cool side to it, and there's a lot of fun things, but there's always going to be some fucking nefarious shit happening on.
Well, that's stand-up too, man.
Oh, yeah.
Every fucking neck of the woods, man.
Any
Every job
avenue
is fucking disgusting.
Any avenue of entertainment, there's going to be a dark side.
Oh, yeah. Dude, look at music. Come on.
dude. These are all broken people.
Yeah, we're all...
They're broken
Look,
people.
I'm pretty
Any
sure-
kind of art comes from
Conflict.
fucking
It's
straight up
conflict, yeah.
pain.
Look, I'm pretty sure that even the Wiggles have done coke.
Oh, all of them did.
Yeah,
they
all-
do it in their costume. They're like... I don't know what
I'd have to do
noises the
something.
Wiggles
They're
make.
doing benders at strip clubs.
Yeah, what do the Wiggles sound like? I don't even know what the Wiggles
It's,
are. I'm picturing the Teletubbies.
Yeah, me
I
too.
don't-
I was like, I have to picture.
I don't know what the
No.
Wiggles are, but I pictured it was a little kids show, right?
Children's group music and some shit like that. With a bunch
Okay,
of guys who are, I don't know.
Imagine being one of those you go home at night and it's like, this is what I do. How did I get to this? Maybe you were a good musician and then you ended up and it's like I needed to. He's like, you needed to pay a gig. It's
I
supposed to
would
be a few
fucking kill
weeks, and then you
myself, I'm
became the
sorry.
Wiggles, because maybe that's how it started. It was like you just needed. Oh, yeah, I'll do this for a little bit. Now all of a
I'm
sudden
pretty
you're a
sure
Wiggle.
you'd start doing stand-up comedy. Either that or you kill yourself.
You know the funny thing is, I remember reading this article
Right?
years ago. I forget which article it was. I think it was on Cracked. It was this one guy who talked about that he was in this group where he was with a bunch of people and dressed up as animals, lip syncing the songs and all that. And he was touring, and he was talking about all the shit they would go into. They would do drugs. They would fuck the moms and the kids who go to the concerts. They would hook up with groupies and all that.
That's
it's real.
not right.
It's so wrong.
That's not right. Not right. I don't know, man. You shouldn't be able to hear about the dark underside of that.
dark underside
Yeah.
of the Wiggles.
It'd be one woman's claim to fame that she fucked a Teletubby or some shit.
Yeah. She's like, what is it, Jiggly Wiggly or Piggly Wiggly? I don't know.
Wiggles.
What the name
Let me
is.
tell you
Wiggles
this,
or some
Tinky
shit?
Winky ain't Tinky
Tinky
Winky.
Winky.
Tinky
Yeah.
Winky, dude.
Dude, Tinky Winky.
He's a
got
fucking tink.
Yeah.
A twink. my
Oh,
bad.
twink.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Tink and twink.
Twink.
I don't know, man.
That's a little. The
This
little
became one of
gays.
my favorite episodes. I don't know why, man. You are an interesting fucking guest, man. I feel like I'm talking to somebody that I've known for 30 fucking years. It's weird. Brother. It's weird. You're my brother.
I forget how wild I get because normally 80% or 90% of my life is not it's stand up work whatever,
Yeah.
and then I have those fucking like that tab of acid. You know how I got the tab of acid?
How?
Because this girl that I met at a bar, right, who blew me. This is how I met her at a bar.
Dude, you are fucking hilarious. I'm gonna cut this up. This is the most interesting fucking goddamn interview ever. You need to have this
whole
bitch that I
segment.
knew from a bar that blew
Jhovany.
me.
You need to have a whole segment on your show that's she blew
Have
me.
you heard
she
him
blew
do?
me segment.
Have you heard him do fucking stand up?
I didn't talk. I barely started talking about
Oh,
this
okay.
stuff.
I've known Jhovany for years.
That's why I was so excited to hear, because I used to do the mic over at fucking Cigars and Stripes, and I would see you, and every time I'd be like, my cheeks would be hurting. I'm like, all right, this dude is just naturally funny. So when they told me that we were gonna do it, I'm like, fuck yeah.
And I
Let's do
barely,
it.
and in the last 2 years, I barely started talking about my life. My first years of
gotta.
stand up, I didn't even talk
Oh.
about. It was all one line. I didn't, I was
You're not
finding
even
myself.
trying to be funny, and you're fucking funny, dude.
So-
That's what it is.
It's
You know what I mean? Like
it's
some of
doing
those people
a-
that are like,
it's because you're doing the podcast, man. It's making you feel more open and free to talk.
And
about
this is how I talk to
Yeah.
people normally.
Well, I know
Too
because
many
I remember
people.
we'll be
You
oh,
or
like,
Eric or
and-
something. Yeah, you or
to be
Eric.
honest,
I'll be talking to Jhovany at a show. He'll be talking about how you fuck strippers and all that.
Or ate
But
some
to be
good
honest,
ass.
man, you
Okay,
share the
okay.
story with your friends and stuff like that. Like the rest of the people, they'll be looking at you like you're fucking crazy.
okay,
you know.
Are you having trouble at work keeping your filter on? Because
Oh,
I
no.
am.
Dude, I'm a robot at work.
Okay, I'm a robot for the most part, but at a certain point now, I'm just kind of like,
Opened
I'll
up
show
a
up and I
little.
just go, yeah, I just kind of don't give a fuck today. And then people just start cracking up. I'm like, no, I'm not fucking joking. I don't want to be here. I was like, can you guys find me keys so that I could finally start working? Like and then I realized as I'm walking out, I'm like, wow, I have like no filter whatsoever these days. I talk too much. I try to entertain, and it's not a good thing,
dude.
For the most part,
I shut it off. Outlet, my man.
I shut it off real quick.
You need a proper outlet, my man.
I do stand up, Twitch streaming.
But you need
podcast.
You need to know how to box that shit.
Look,
why? Because the whole point is to get out of it and fucking do stand up or do something else anyway. I'm quitting my job and I'm gonna be a fucking tattoo artist. Who am I gonna offend? People that I'm putting ink into. Like, come on.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I just don't give a shit anymore.
Dude, like for
like
years.
we said, hey, it's rock bottom. Here, cheers me with some water, even though it's bad luck. I don't give a fuck.
It is bad luck.
It can't get any worse right now.
Dude, don't tempt that. Don't tempt that.
Yeah, but for years, man, I kept things separate from all the shit that I do. Okay, it's only until now, after I've gotten everything set, is because when I started now bleeding things together. Because I knew how important it was to keep my shit together, was to keep things separate. You know, that's just how wrestling was wrestling. Job was job. Comedy was comedy. Performing at a haunted house was my separate shit, too. I mean, it's all these different things. And now I started just bleeding things together these past couple of years. Now I just know how to filter it, you know?
See, what I do is... I'm... All right. It might sound a little fucking crazy, but, like... Just try to be undeniable in a sense. Like, okay, if I'm going to do artistic kind of shit, okay, I'm painting cars. What I'm doing is undeniable. Are you going to get mad at me because I have no filter? Right. But I can paint a car better than anybody that you could fucking see.
But, you know, it's that social norms that people get upset about, though. That's the social norms. They're like, we can't be that way, blah, blah, blah. Because people are so fucking sensitive about shit nowadays.
You know what? That's their fucking problem.
Hey, I don't like what you said. Well, you know what? Why don't you go paint your fucking Bentley?
Yeah, which I've done too now.
Yeah, you sent me photos.
I'm sick of fucking Bentleys, dude.
But there is a balance to it, though. Because I produce some shows, and there's people where I'm like, man, this guy's funny, but I know this guy's kind of a diva. And it's like, and I went with somebody because it's a max. You kind of have to be like, you kind of have to be artistic, be great, but also you can't. There's some people like, man, this person isn't reliable, or this person's kind of like all that stuff kind of comes in. You know what I mean?
I love that you say like the diva thing. Okay, this is something that I recently like really have been really hard on. People that hard on. I went low. Okay. But like people that expect that comedy owes them something.
Oh yeah.
Where they get offended when people don't like their material or like their jokes aren't hitting.
Yeah.
Or like their set isn't doing that good. And then they get mad at the crowd. Like if it's not hitting, that means you're not good.
It's the material, the performance. It's something. Just
you need to perfect something.
Yeah,
you need to be undeniable in what you do. You need to present art that is good no matter where the fuck you are. That's what it is.
Never blame the audience.
You know what I mean?
Never blame the audience.
I like to just say fuck the audience and peel to the back of the room because that's just how you're supposed to do it.
To the comedians?
Yeah, those. For record, never do that. I'm just fucking around.
Don't do that. That's like, I love that you were saying that because I knew that you were saying the typical fucking, Okay, so,
Dude,
don't do that because if you do that, like, they just like to see the world burn.
Right, yeah.
That's
basically.
Yeah, they're like, I can't believe this guy is really doing this. Is he doing a shit, like a song about kicking a baby?
Okay.
What, let me, give me a fucking, what is it? A stereotypical fucking burning of the fucking
all right,
whatever.
I can't give you a stereotypical one, but I can tell you this because I was talking to like a comic. I was hanging out with Riddles last night, just to chill out, and I was talking to this one guy, and he was telling me like when he was starting out, what he would do is he would pull his dick out on stage.
Like Bobby Lee.
What I was about to say, who's this fucking Bobby Lee?
Fuck yeah! Wait, you listen to Tiger Belly?
No, but I've seen Bobby Lee's pubes twice. My grandma lives in L.A., so whenever I go out there, I go to the comedy store and just watch the comics. And I've seen Bobby Lee a few times, and I've seen his pubes at least twice, dude.
Have you
never not seen his pubes?
Have you seen his end of the show bit where he brings somebody up on the stage and strip teases for him?
Nah.
Yeah,
I'm
he's-
sure I've seen
he's
with his
done
shirt
at the
off. But
Improv.
he's doing his 15 at the
No,
store.
no,
you
no.
know?
I went to the Improv and I caught Bobby Lee, and he did this whole thing where he brought a guy up on stage, strip teased for him, and he had this kind of underwear.
Very revealing.
Yeah,
We were there, man.
You were there. You were there. Where he
I
had
gotta
the
take a picture and put it on my Snap. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Anything.
He
you
had
want.
this underwear with the backside open, and did this whole bit where he brought the guy up to his ass.
His butt, pussy booty.
Yeah. Yes.
Give a shout out to
What were you
Brian
about to
Johnson.
say, Joe?
Had to speak San Franciscan, basically. Vagina.
Was this tied into
I don't
whipping
know,
your dick
dude.
out on stage?
Oh, dude, have you guys been to the Comedy Store in
I
Hollywood?
haven't.
No.
Why did someone whip out their dick on stage?
No, it's just life changing. There's something in the walls there, man. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, dude. It's,
I don't know how to explain it. You know what? Shout out to Michael D'Angelo. He's an amazing fucking stand-up comedian. He was also a doorman over at Hollywood Improv. One of the guys that met me and somewhat convinced me to fucking become a stand-up comedian. It was weird. He didn't know that he was fucking doing it, but I always got to tip my hat to this motherfucker. He was just living in his car at the time when I met him. And, gave me some free passes. I got free passes for life. If you ever want to go to Comedy Store in Hollywood or you're ever, like, taking a vacation, let me know. I'll hand you some of those fucking tickets and shit.
I'm looking at
Get
them
in.
right now.
Yeah, I got more, too. But, like, this motherfucker was one of the coolest guys I've ever met. He's part of the fucking group Comedy Chow. They do a lot of like VA things where they'll like go out and do shit for the vets, which is really fucking awesome.
That's fucking cool.
Dude, he's so fucking funny, man. And he was doing a bit for a while where he was like a Russian guy. And like he was doing like the full like red like jumpsuit and stuff. It was just really
What
funny.
a country.
Yeah, like oh my god, he's so funny, man. But yeah, I met him like one of the first nights that we decided. Like I found out that my band broke up, and I went out and I met Mark Saratella. Shout out to Mark Saratella. He always had headlines at the Hollywood Improv. Really funny fucking comic. He's got a special out too. Check that out. But yeah, I like hung out with those dudes and like chilled with them, and then like the next day ran into Michael D'Angelo again after I like smoked all them down and we were all cool. Ran into him at the Comedy Store and he brought us back into the fucking smoke area where all the comics hang out.
By the
and
parking
shit.
lot?
Yeah, like no, in the back, like where all the comics hang out, like in
the new bar or something.
Yeah,
right? Now they have.
we had to wait till like Jeff.
Wait, is this at the Improv or the store?
No, the store.
Okay.
We had to wait till Jeff Ross left.
Okay.
And then we got to go into the back and we were hanging out with all these comics that I recognized, which was really fucking weird. I can't name them right now, but
It's surreal.
I was
That place
seeing
is
everybody and
surreal.
I'm handing a blunt to them and I'm like, I've seen you do stand-up. I've seen you do It was just like really
It's surreal.
weird, man. And it was really surreal. And I found out that my band broke up. I was just like in this like a loss and I didn't know what to do, and he was telling me how his life like changed when he decided to do stand up, and I was just kind of sitting there like in this weird reawakening. I got home, went to the doctor, found out I'm going deaf too, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. And all of a sudden I started doing stand up a week later. It was really weird.
Did you feel like it filled a void?
Yeah, like I would probably, I don't know, probably be in a ditch right now. Like flat out, like stand
How'd you
up
guys start?
saved my
How'd you guys
goddamn life,
start?
dude.
How'd you guys start? You were guitar, right, Kyle? And then you
Well, I
went to-
did do music, but then there was a period where I was
He's
writing.
so fucking good. I love
I
that
want
you
to see him
brought that
videos,
up.
dude. I want to see because I watch every once in a while. I watch either like Ingve or those little girls in
After-
Japan who fucking just shred or whatever.
Oh, those little
Damn.
girls in Japan are very demoralizing to watch. Like, god damn.
They're so good, dude.
I was
They're
gonna say
insane.
after this we could jam for you, but no, we can't.
No, I gotta go to Chicago. Oh, I was gonna say I gotta go to Chicago. I couldn't go. I
yeah,
couldn't
how
jam
did-
anyways.
How did you
I was
start
gonna
in
say,
comedy?
it's all
though?
gone.
How they get started in comedy?
Everything.
So, like I said, I was doing music for a while, but then at one point I was trying to do some of a friend of mine with trying to do like this movie review thing similar to how Channel Awesome used to do it. And that guy with the glasses and so on and so forth. That didn't really pan out. Then tried to do a couple of things with our guys where I was going to
What's up,
scream.
Bryce? Breathing into
I was
that
going,
mic.
What?
I'm sorry, Bryce is just like
but yeah, I was.
it was like Darth Vader over here.
I went into screen. I actually went into. God damn it!
I'm sorry, but it was so fucking funny.
And it's weird because you're wearing a Darth Vader shirt right now.
Thank you for that,
was only
dude. I
fun to help
appreciate
you.
it.
Yeah.
Seriously.
So I actually went into screenwriting for a while when I was actually trying to write those reviews, and it was more of a comedy focused. And at one point, I actually did write a screenplay for a movie because say, hey, well, we got together and did this, we could do it right. And then when I wrote, it's like, oh, we can't do it. I was like, you motherfuckers. So then I was like, I clearly am developing like something where I'm good at writing funny shit. Well, back then I wasn't, but I thought I was good at it. But then I decided, hey, why not do stand-up? I've been listening to a lot of Louis C.K. and George Carlin. It's like, hey, maybe I could give that a try. That looks easy. It's not easy, by the way. And that's how I eventually got started, because of just failure.
Just
Just failure.
not even. Wow.
Just straight up failure and disappointment
My
in
job-
others.
Me-
It
me
sounds
and
like
my
you did
girlfriend
everything
broke up.
else going, well, might as well go try comedy.
Yep.
Well, hey, we might as well bring this up. Man, I wish you made it out to the show at Riddles we just did.
Oh, yeah.
Did you? How long did you stay? I don't know.
I left
far into
in the middle of Skit's set. So I stayed to watch your bits of your set.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were there for.
Yeah,
Okay,
I was kinda-
Did you catch Paige at least?
I didn't catch Paige.
Oh, god damn it, dude! Her fucking set was so goddamn good.
Yeah, but I had to leave right away to go to another gig.
Dude, she did a bit that I've thought of since. I don't want to give it away. The copper, like where the doctor shows you like the
The UID or
UID thing.
That
was
comes out of your
so-
vagina, right?
It
Yeah.
was so fucking funny.
It was a funny bit.
Book Paige Blur.
Paige
If
Blur.
you're in Chicago, she is one of the funniest comics out there. I can't even explain. I don't want to give away her bits. Holy fuck. Like, it was so fucking funny. In Skits,
Skits, man, he looked like he should
lit
be-
that place up.
Yeah, he lit the place up, and the way he was dressed, he looked like he could be like a Batman villain from the 1960s, man.
I know.
He is very unapologetic with how
Yeah.
he presents himself.
He's
and that's
he's
so
iconic.
admirable.
It's so
he
great.
is iconic. That's what I tell him all the time. Like, never fucking be afraid to be that. Because,
Yeah.
like, dude, there's some people, you see them, and like, I think I told him, even when we were hanging out, I was like, I know that I'm going to see you on TV in like 5 years. Like, somebody's going to see you somewhere. It's like some people that you know have like a trajectory where like you see them and you're like, I know that I'm going to see
There's
them in
this
some
guy,
things.
I
You know
forget-
what I mean?
You
Like,
guys
when
know
meet
Preacher
people-
Lawson? He's been America's Got Talent. When I go to Orlando once a year for work, and I do some mics down there. I go for a golf convention, the PGA merchandise show, and there's a guy I saw, Preacher Lawson. I saw him at some mics, and I was like, "Oh shit, dude, this guy might be good." But now he's touring and headlining.
He won
and
America's Got Talent, right?
Yep, that guy.
Yeah.
And I remember we're hanging out. It was right before he moved to LA. We're hanging out outside of Mike in Orlando. He's on his bike. He's moving like the next week. We're all talking about comedy and stuff like that. And his brother's in Orlando. And I remember, I saw him and I thought like, oh, he's moving to LA. I was like, this dude can make it. I think he was like polished and whatever. And then like I remember he moved to LA, he started doing stuff, and now he won America's Got Talent or whatever. And now he's headlining and things like that.
Oh my God.
He's also a vegan. I'm not a vegan, but I know a lot about vegans now. Because I'm friends with a vegan, so you hear about it quite a lot. We get into
Well, and also, didn't that Miami story start because of a vegan thing?
because the whole vegan
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
So it all comes back together in some
it's
way.
all about vegans.
Vegans are the reason why you make bad life decisions.
yeah.
Oh
So-
my God. I love the latest South Park episode that was talking. Oh no! Like the second from the latest. Did you guys see that?
No, I haven't seen some. I tell my friend I want to watch. I just haven't
gotta
watched
watch it.
anything in
If you watch-
months. I haven't seen anything.
You gotta see it.
On
Okay.
anything.
So they basically like talk shit about like all these vegan fucking like Impossible burgers, Impossible
Mm-hmm.
whatever. It's all made in a lab. So if you want processed bullshit, like you want to eat a potato chip burger, like you
Basically.
might feel morally better, but you're gonna feel fucking like shit.
Yeah, it's
It's
the same.
better off
made
eating the
out
meat,
of
dude.
garbage. It's garbage, asshole, fucking shit.
All it is, it's
what
basically
it is.
it's basically margarine made to look like a char grilled burger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking disgusting.
And
like, I'm sorry,
it's-
but
not good for you either.
And
They're not. And my friend, who the vegan junkie, he makes like his patties out of like walnuts and mushrooms, and he hates these other patties because it's made out of a bunch like seitan and all this garbage and soy. Like
seitan.
I thought you were going to say satanic oil. It's made out of these satanic oils.
It's made out of Satan.
Satan burgers.
Guaranteed you'll lose your soul after one bite from the power of hell. You will feel it crushing your soul as it passes through your colon.
That'd be like a name of burger, the Fat Satan.
Yes, comes with your complimentary roll of toilet paper.
But the tab of acid, I forgot. This is how I got the tab of acid.
Oh yeah.
This is what I was
We're
talking
back on to why we just like segued for like
a little
45
segue.
minutes.
So I was at my buddy owns his bar, right? He owns his bar. He invested in out in Beach Park, Waukegan, by where I live. And I was there. My buddy's dad. I walk in. He's like, "Hey, I met this crazy ass white girl. Man, she'll give her some coke, give her something. She'll suck your dick. She ready, right?" And I was like,
my
all right. She's got it right here. So I was talking to her. So I'm talking to her, and I don't know if it was that night. I end up leaving with her because I was talking to some other girl, but I end up leaving with her. I take her to some hotel room, and I remember I fuck her. Actually, this is Newports, because she had cigarettes, but she was out of Newports. So I was like, I want some Newports. And then she was like, I got these cigarettes. Like, no, I want Newports. He's like, how about this? He's like, drive me to the gas station so I could buy some. I'll buy them so I could buy some Newports. I'll give you Roadhead. And I was like, all right, fuck it. Let's go get these Newports. So I remember, I know her in my head as Newport, right? Newports. So, I take her back, I get her Newports. I have sex with her. Probably came in her anyways, but she told me she can get pregnant. I know.
She was already pregnant?
No, she couldn't get pregnant, she said. And
You
then
fell for the trap, man.
That's what they all say.
Yeah, right. But her first daughter, when I met her at the bar, I was like, "Do you have any?" It came up if she had kids. It came up if she had kids, right? And she had one daughter, but they gave her for adoption or something. It was weird. Anyways, probably shouldn't have came in her, but some match. So then. A few months later, she hits me up because she needs a ride, right? So she needs a ride. So I'm like, all right, I'll pick her up, man, get some head or something. But then when I pick her up, like I can't find her. She's like off this side street, like out on the street. And when I pick her up, she's like, I guess she was on acid at the time, right?
Oh my god.
Oh, when I met her at the bar, she was on acid, right? She was like, "Oh, I'm on acid right now, but can we go pick up my friend?" And I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. Pick up your friend. This is a work night, right? So I go, we pick up her friend. Her friend's some 18-year-old lesbian. And now I feel like, okay, this chick's on acid, her friend's 18. Like, I just don't feel comfortable anymore. I was like, I just feel like I'm going to go to jail tonight. So I was like, where do you guys need to go? We're going to this house party, blah, blah, blah. I was like, all right, I'll go. You want to go with us? I was like, are there any dudes? They're like, yeah. Okay, no, I'll just drop you off. I'm done. I already see, like, the night. I haven't drank, though, right? If I was drinking that night, I would have fucking, at that party, would have been doing acid. Who knows, but I was sober, right? I just got off work. I was like, I was just trying to get my dick sucked. Anyways, this is, you know what, this my life starts. I try to get my dick sucked, and all this shit happens. But then, so I remember, I go, and I'm like, I drop him off at this party. I was like, basically, I want him out of my car as soon as possible. So then when I drop him off, she's like, oh, I don't have any gas money, but I got this tab of acid I could give you. So then they give me a tab of acid. They put it in aluminum, right? They said, don't touch it because the skin, it gets your skin, something like that. So they gave me the rules or whatever.
Yes,
so the reason I have a tab of acid is because I picked that girl up. And then instead of gas money, she paid me with acid. So I have that acid at my house in my safe sitting there waiting for it.
Just waiting for the right day.
Allegedly.
Huh? Allegedly. Yeah, allegedly. At my house.
Hypothetically, he has, yeah.
Yeah, so I have this tab of acid. So I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting to, so, but I don't know. I want to set a Sunday aside or something. Like this Puerto Rican chick I've been talking to, she does acid, so she was kind of giving me some
Christmas
idea.
lights are out now, and then there's snow, and then just
Can you do
go
it
for a
inside?
little
I don't like
walk.
mushrooms inside. I got to be outside in nature.
Okay.
Acid, is it okay inside? Or?
Acid, do you know what you want to do? Be in a controlled environment. Just be in a controlled environment because some things can get squirrely.
Can I be inside though?
Be inside.
Is that cool? Because I'm not
hang
comfortable.
out.
I hate being inside on mushrooms. I hate
hang
it.
out,
Hate
hang
it.
out at your house and set up a bunch. Like get real comfy.
Okay.
Eating things is not gonna feel good. You're gonna be like,
Yeah.
nom, nom. You're like, what the fuck is up with my mouth? It feels so weird.
I do
have-
Like when you start chewing, it feels like you're watching the picture of like when they make like the oversized mouth over like a picture of somebody, and they're like nom nom nom. You know what I mean? Like where like you'll see
yeah,
somebody's
yeah.
face and then their mouth is like this big. It's like one of those Snapchat filters.
Yep, exactly.
That'll
I know
feel
the
like
filter.
what it is in your actual head. Like when you're eating, you'll just start laughing, and it's hard to swallow too. You'll like the concept of swallowing is just stupid. You'll just like it's like hard to like.
Yeah, I won't even
get
try
the
to
food.
eat. I won't
Yeah,
even
not
like
even worth
mushrooms.
it.
I don't like to eat. Like, well,
might-
except that first time. When
You
eat
might
'em, I
like
throw up.
some fruity drinks. Get some fruity drinks. Get some orange juice definitely, because that is supposed to heighten the acid. Also, water. Drink a lot
Yeah,
of water.
I'll have
Make sure
plenty
you
of
have a
water.
And
notepad for this
watch
shit,
a
people.
bunch of really good shit. Just like sit on Netflix and Hulu and pick whatever the fuck is most interesting.
Or maybe have the stuff
put on
prepared.
Planet Earth. Put on like things that like might get you thinking.
Freddie got
'Cause you're gonna
fingered.
love it. Freddie got fingered. You'll love that. Oh my god.
Sausage?
Yeah.
Bryce, have you done acid before?
No, I have not, but I do have an inadverted acid story.
Tell us.
I gotta take a piss. I'm sorry.
Well,
You can. I gotta do it.
this acid talk makes me need to take a piss. No,
Yeah, just take a piss, huh?
just take a piss.
Oh yeah, this is when Bert goes to pee, right, or something, right?
Yeah.
Basically, we sort of had like this. We had like an ongoing joke where it started because I wanted to use the bathroom. It's like, hey, Bert, tell a story. And then I just left.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, what happened was I was performing at a haunted house. It was like a commercial haunted house before I started working with the one I was working at.
Yeah.
And the guy decided to tell me before he went in the house he took acid. And I'm thinking
Okay.
of all the conversation you just had right here about make sure you're in a controlled environment where you can control all the things that are in there. And there was two mistakes that he did. One, he took acid before he went in a haunted house, and second, he told me. And I basically, the moment he walked in there, there's a lot of, if you've been through a haunted house, you know it's going to have a lot of odds and ends and shit that will probably mind rape your fucking brain if you don't if you go in there even clearly.
Yeah.
But if he took some acid in the moment, I saw him and I played my character and everybody's dressed in costumes. He got in there and he just screamed his head off. Like it just went. I was just like, I'm like, how's it going, little man? And as my character, and you just hear him go, ah! And it was a nonstop screaming. He ran through the entire haunted house, past other groups.
Oh my god.
Dude, that's so funny.
You can hear him running into walls when you like the screaming stop. You hear up, and ran through the entire haunted house, out of the house into the parking lot in sheer terror. So I can understand that's why I was laughing when you guys were talking about taking acid, being in a controlled environment.
Yeah, doing acid at a haunted house definitely not a controlled environment.
Yeah, that's a pretty dumb move.
I just what an
I
idiot.
actually will, Joe. I actually will take a Red Bull if it helps wake me up a bit here. Thank you.
What time you normally get up?
Huh?
You get what time? What time you normally get up? Like 6 something or?
Yeah, about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. That circadian clock now is programmed and shit. So when I get it, I've just been running ragged, man. I've been working in a haunted house scene and then just it's working 7 days a week basically, and just
jerking off homeless people and stuff.
finding a corner to jerk off at the haunt and like boo goo and no.
I've limited my jerking off to once a day.
Hello, I am Jared Priest. Let me jerk your dick off. No, I'm just joking.
No, I wouldn't do that. No.
Why do you sound like Bane from Dark Knight Rises?
Let me just jerk you
Let me just jerk you
Why
off.
are you here?
No, if
Hello,
Samuel was jerking you off, I
Batman.
think that'd be a pretty scary thing. Looking at something like that, looking back
It
at you,
would,
thinking,
yeah.
Come on, let's shoot like a sparkler.
I would never want to come again. Ever. Ever. You make me probably turn into a... No, I'd...
So how was the haunted house?
that moment, I
Some
just
clown
jumped
jerked me off.
Dude, I think you'd actually, like... I don't... That's a way to, like, not get caught for murder, is if
That's
you just
like-
jerk
yeah.
off people.
That'd be like the
in full
moment.
costume.
That'd be the
Because they'll
moment-
just jump off of a bridge later on that night.
That'll be the moment when people say, "Well, Joe was just fine. He's living his regular life until The incident.
Well, nobody would ever hear about the incident.
Yeah,
they would never even know
They
because you just
say-
go kill yourself.
You just say the incident, and
Yeah.
and like what was that? What happened?
No, but like nobody would know about the incident. He would just like go to a haunted house, you would jerk them off, and then he would jump off of a bridge. Because you don't call anybody, you don't write a note, you don't go anywhere, you don't get ice cream after that. You just kill yourself.
Yeah, it's not every day you would get jerked off by a demonic harlequin.
Yeah, if you get jerked off by a creepy fucking clown-looking guy that's gonna like look dead into your, I guarantee that you do eye contact too. You just be like, I'm gonna see it shoot. Let me see the ropes. Oh no!
I remember there was like I think it was on
Gross.
Adult Swim, and there was this animated shorts they would do, and there was a short where this guy would have wet dreams with Freddy Krueger trying to fuck him.
You want rebel?
No, I had sugar. I avoid sugar.
Yeah,
But I'm going to go to Popeyes today.
I avoid sugar, but I'll
Make
take
sure you have
protein.
your shiv with you because people are killing each other with those
No,
sandwiches.
I go strapped.
Okay, good move. No, it's just like this whole thing where he's like, I'm here to get you off.
Hey, you know,
and he
I'll-
tries to blow him and shit, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on in this fucking goddamn thing? Yeah, I know. Pause it. Yeah, because that's exactly what this was on Adult Swim. And it only ran for like a few episodes, but you see this guy having nightmares, and what happens is it's a cartoon. But Freddy Krueger keeps coming into his dreams and keeps trying to blow him or try to fuck him.
I don't think that was Adult Swim. I think some weird pedophile had like a way to like tap into your fucking TV.
No, it
Then
was
watch
on
your
Adult Swim.
reaction.
I remember it distinctly.
No.
Okay, I am not fucking around with this. This was a few years back.
He made you develop
I
a
wish
kink?
I kept that episode.
See, that's
okay?
why you do
Just to
horror
prove
now.
it.
He developed a kink, and now you actually scare him every year, and he's got his dick in his
Well,
hand.
I've
And
had
you just
girl-
you don't even know.
You're forgetting.
It's dark in there.
I told you this before. The women have fucked me with my Zamio makeup on, okay? Because they wanted to fuck me with the makeup on.
That's kind of weird.
Oh wow,
Dude,
that's frightening. Because my girlfriend tells me to stop like making jokes when I fuck her. She's like, Joe, stop. Shut up. Like, just shut the fuck up. Don't talk. Just shut your fucking mouth.
Take some CBD.
Yeah. Take some I just bought some
That's 'cause
tincture today.
I had some CBD at this mic. I'm a rotating host at Navigator on Mondays in Logan Square, and they had CBD, and I took it. But I'm never going to take it before because I got way too relaxed. And so then I was like, give me 2 Diet Cokes immediately afterwards because I got a host for the rest of the fucking night. But I remember I was like, I drank it. It was some CBD and alcoholic beer. And I drank it, and I was like, whoa. It hit me. I don't know if it was a mental thing, but I was pretty relaxed when I took it. So
Yeah.
I was like, I'd see where it's good, but not right before
it
hosting.
won't get you high, but it'll
No.
definitely make you feel
No.
good.
Mellow, like very mellow.
I wouldn't take it right before.
No.
I would take it in the morning when you wake up. Make it a routine. Take it in the morning when you wake up and you go to your work or do whatever the fuck you're
Can you
supposed to
shoot
do.
up CBD?
No.
Okay. I've always wanted to
I
shoot
don't know,
some up.
maybe-
That's oil.
Maybe if you want to take that tincture and just get a syringe, I don't know. That
No,
might not
the
be good.
oil does not mix with your. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you die or something. That's how you get like carotid arteries. Like
Can you
immediately.
dip CBD in a
Or
try to put it up your
carotid
butt?
artery? Isn't this a carotid artery? I'm like, that's
yeah,
how
that's
you
the
do a
big one.
carotid artery. You grow more carotid arteries.
You grow on throat veins.
They call these karate arteries because you karate chop people in the. We're fucking dumb.
Karate.
That's a future song.
Karate.
Karate chop.
As usual, Odd Toy Podcast educating you with dumb fucking knowledge. Karate arteries. These are karate arteries because you
Karate.
karate chop people in them. We're fucking stupid.
you said you have to leave at 1:30?
We have like 11 minutes.
11
I could be
minutes.
on. Yeah, I got to go to the acting class. Crap.
Yes.
Stuff. Actually, it's not bad. This is a new thing I want to do. It's like after the class. After that, I want to try something new that I haven't done that'll challenge me. So after that, I do want to do hot yoga. I haven't been able to run. I ran yesterday for the first time since July. Because remember, I used to run on weekends, and I got up to, and I tried to run a marathon by myself last year. Because the day of the Chicago Marathon, it was already filled up, and I was like, you know what the fuck do I need to pay? I'll run my own fucking marathon. But I got up to like 20, I don't know, it was 21 or 22 or 23, like almost there. And then I was like, I was back to almost by my house. I had to go back in this one trail and come around. And when I got there, I was like, I just started thinking about it. And like, let me stop for a second. And I
Did
stopped.
you black out?
No, I stopped, and then my
legs.
leg seized, and I couldn't walk. And I was like,
Yeah.
and I was so close, dude. I was like fucking
you
3
have to
or
call
4 or
an
5 miles.
ambulance?
No, I just limped like waddled back to my house. And so it took me 30 minutes to waddle back from my house because I was pretty close to my house. So I just waddled back to my house. But I had packs, I had stuff.
Would you have goo?
No, I forgot the little tablets.
It's
Or
right.
maybe I had goo. I think I did have goo. The problem is I got it all the way up to Kenosha, and there was 7 or 6 miles in Kenosha that were on concrete that I was not aware of, and it fucked me up because I was in these kind of minimalist style shoes.
Yeah.
Some Nikes I had that were pretty, and I was like, and it kind of messed me up because I wasn't prepared for that.
You'll get
Everything else
shin
was trail.
splints, and you'll get fucking spiral fractures and like in stress
And
fractures on your
spurs.
shrine. Yeah, on your shrine, on your
Your
shit,
shrine.
on your
Shrine.
comedy
I got
shrine,
Comedy shrine, every
on
Monday.
your comedy shrine.
The alcohol's kicking in.
Oh, dude, I'm fucked up right
So
now.
you want to do
I'm
stuff that
not
like
denying
challenges
that.
you and shit?
I am hammered.
Well, the running
That
is
was
more.
a lot of vodka.
The running is more where it's like, man, it's a mental thing as far as
Okay.
like anxiety and things. Or let's say I was talking to a girl and I got dropped or something, and it's in my head. The running, man, it's well, you got to go at least 3. Once you get a certain amount, it's like all that stuff you have. It's like when I heard that David Goggins podcast, and he talked about the
Fuck,
running.
yeah,
I
I love
cried
that
the first
shit.
one. The first one, I like teared
Yeah.
up. The first one he had with Rogan, David Goggins, and I was like, and when you get to a certain point, like you're fighting with yourself at that point. Like all these demons are in there. And once you got to get, I think, at least 5 miles. And once you get far, but now I'm smarter about it. Before, like, I'd pull something and I'd just keep running because I heard
Yeah,
that
you
Goggins
don't
one. He
need
broke
to
all
do
his
that.
bones, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to keep going. But
Yeah.
now I'm a little bit smarter with it.
Always stretch beforehand.
Yeah, I stretch hard now.
If you're looking
Yeah.
for something like unique, to do, there's this an actor I always followed for years. His name is Adrian Paul. He does this thing called the Sword Experience.
You put on
And-
clown makeup and then you jerk off people.
No, that's the side. That's the special class. But no, you actually learn how to do stage combat and shit with bokens and shit. So it's actually pretty fucking cool. You learn how to fucking sword fight. Like,
What's this again?
it's called the Sword Experience. I went and did one of those, and it was a cool experience.
where's
You get your own boken.
Doesn't Van
You go
Halen
into a
guy do
men's
that?
bathroom and then you guys take out your wee wees.
You guys
want a sword fight?
Man, this is getting pretty lame. You guys keep on pulling out gay stuff. I mean, come
This
on.
is the
bring
Ontoy
thunder.
podcast.
No, this is like low-hanging
Put a sword in
fruit.
your ass.
It's
So,
supposed to be oh, did that offend you, but also oh, did dicks offend you?
Yeah, no, but this is like low-hanging fruit, guys. I expect
make
you guys
any
to hold
sense.
yourself to a more class, and like if you're gonna rip on other stuff, then
We're
come
not
up with other
classy
stuff
here
about
at all.
Gay shit.
We're not classy here at all.
So-
I chugged a half a glass of fucking vodka at the start of this.
But
and
this also
smoked
goes
a
to
whole
show
blunt
that,
to
like,
myself.
It just shows that like, oh look, go down to the gay stuff. It's like the low-hanging fruit. Come on, man.
If we had more time, I had a story about the gay stuff, but
Yeah,
Oh,
but
no, that's
no, I mean,
So you
it's-
did a sword thing. Like, where can you do that at?
You just it's in Chicago primarily. Sometimes he'll do it all over. He does it all over like the U.S. and then in other countries, and then he comes to Chicago a couple times. He just did one this last week.
Dude, I think that should be pretty cool.
It's been cool. You learn how to do actual stage combat, like that he actually has choreographed in TV shows and shit. So it's actually pretty fucking cool.
I would definitely like to do that. That'd be fun. I'd probably get my ass kicked, but still.
Well, the
been
drills
wanting to-
alone are brutal, but I mean, like they'll kill you, they'll break you down and beat you down, but it's challenging as fuck. But
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun.
another thing I did is I did some MMA training a few years ago, but then I broke my fucking collarbone like an idiot during
Oh,
like a
shit.
drill. Yeah, like a drill. My friends make fun of me. He's like, dude, you never even fought, but you broke your collarbone. You got a little bit of cauliflower ear. They would always tease me about it. But like when I did that with when we rolled when jiu-jitsu, dude, that was that was good. But then there's a lot of pain that
I
comes
did
with
a
that.
lot of that. I did jujitsu,
Oh
Jeet
man,
Kune Do,
all kinds of
kickboxing.
tears and pulls, and I was taking
Yeah.
Advil all the time. So, but I lost a bunch of weight. It was fun. It's funny because the guy who taught the class was this guy that one time hit me up because I sold him coke once or something. Like my friends like, hey, this guy had coke. And the
I
guy,
feel like I'm talking to the same person because, like, I would hear this is how I open up conversations all the time, right, Kyle?
Yep.
Is it like
Something to do
so?
with-
This guy that I like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck?
I remember walked into class. I was like, oh, this is the guy who kept hitting me up. Like he kept calling me because like to try to get some coke, and I saw him, and his name was. Well, I shouldn't say his name,
You probably
but he was
should.
a wild ass dude. He was a wild dude, and he was. And I remember
his name was Jennifer.
he would put people in fights that weren't ready, but he's like, "You're ready for a fight," and he'd put him in some independent fight. And I did you watch it? He's like, "Jhovany, you ready for a fight?" I was like, "No, I'm good, dude." And I remember I went to see some dude. I just saw the dude get his ass whipped. It's some independent fight, and I was like, "That guy wasn't ready," but he gets a cut or whatever. So he's like, all right, I think you're ready. You're good. So he had a few guys he put in because he gets a cut of it. And I was like, and I was a little smarter, and I was like, those guys aren't. He shouldn't. Like I saw their skills in the class. I was like, they're not ready for a fight yet.
Yeah, but the only way
he's
that
coked
you learn,
out of his mind.
No, but at the same time, though, the only way that you learn is you learn. You got to throw people to the wolves. Some people just have it, and they don't have it, and why invest time into people that just are never going to have that?
But you can
because there's some people that like the second that somebody starts throwing fucking, no matter how you're going to train them, they're going to immediately start throwing their arms down. They're going to panic.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to fucking seize up. They don't know what to do. You know what I mean?
Maybe he was just coked out of his mind, and also he was running a gambling ring with his students where he was putting them up against fighters and betting on the other fighter to beat their ass.
He might have been doing that
so he could get money to buy more coke.
So from somebody that trained, like I'm just saying, like most of these coaches, they have like a method because like there is so many people and they have to like weed out people. So at a certain point, they're like, do I really want to take your $100 for you to train here every month if you're never going to be part of this organization? If you're never going to like represent my organization, why am I wasting my time on training?
The class
you?
was free too.
Like why? Yeah, but
At
like,
Gold's
okay,
Gym.
but like yeah, so like why is he going to waste his time and invest his time into you and train you for you to be a copier at a fucking like you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
he wants to fucking get the hell out of that place too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
But
So
there
he's gonna keep throwing people.
These,
the
these are
wolves.
guys that you could clearly see in class, like they're striking. It wasn't like you can see. You can
Yeah,
clearly
so
see that
why-
it wasn't there in
Yeah,
class.
so
and he
why
was
not
like,
have them get their ass handed to them? Now, I would do the exact just from experience. I would do the exact same thing. I go, oh, so you want to do this? Oh, so you think like from today, 2 years from now, anything's gonna be any different? No, you're gonna take a punch today, the same way that you will 2 years from now. So I'm gonna send you out there so you get punched in the fucking face because
But-
you got to feel it a couple times for you to go, oh, that's what combat is.
Plus,
Combat is making somebody go to sleep.
Plus, this wasn't
It's
a
real.
gym. It was a free MMA class at the Gold's Gym.
It's a
At the Gold's Gym.
Okay,
And he was
okay.
throwing these dudes are working out. I was like, oh, we have free MMA. I was like, oh, I'll try it out. Hey, you want to fight too?
Oh, okay.
And then I saw him a year later walking down from downtown Waukegan with his shirt off, like super skinny, like you could tell he was fucking geeked out of his mind. And so
Oh my god. Okay. All right. Okay.
So it's a little bit. It's not like it's an actual gym. He's an actual coach. He was getting
Okay.
paid
That's
from the
not
gym
right.
to teach people.
That's not right.
Probably for coke money.
That's not right.
And I was like, this, and I was like, it was a good workout. But I was smart enough to like, I'm taking the class for what it is, learning some basic skills, getting some workouts in. I'm not gonna go fight for this cokehead because nobody else in the class probably knew he was this cokehead. But I was like, I know, but I was just like, I'll keep
Yeah.
it to myself. He's like, Jhovany, you want to fight? And I was like, he doesn't remember me.
You don't blow
I'm
somebody's
good.
spot up. Like you just go, all right, I'm gonna
All right.
separate myself.
I'm gonna
from this.
All right,
I
little
gotta-
butterfly
I gotta-
drills. Okay, here we go. Butterfly guard. Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
But if he
I'll
gives
pass
you
on the fight.
any advice, you'll just go, nah.
He's like, you want to
good.
fight? I was like, no, I don't think I'm quite
He's
there.
like, you know what I would do, dude? Don't be telling me what you would do. Like, you take a public bus every day. Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
I remember when I saw him, I was like, and then he had this one dude do this ridiculous weight cut too. Oh, it was like, I forgot how much. He got this big ass dude to 155, and I remember he'd be in class. Oh, it was pretty entertaining, despite. And then I broke my collarbone, and that's the last time
Jesus.
I did.
Yeah, that'll
anything.
happen.
Yeah, just a regular drill. Just fell, and I was sitting there, and I was like, I heard the noise, and I was like, hey, you want to get? And I got up. I was like, oh, no, I'm good. And then I realized, like, fuck, I broke my. And I didn't want to go to the hospital, but then I was like, what if it heals back all weird? And I was like,
weird.
yeah,
You're
I'm a
that
freak.
guy that's like,
Yep.
hi.
So
what's up, dude?
I drove myself straight to the hospital.
Where like people have to adjust how they talk to you. Like, hey,
Hey.
hi, how are you doing?
Like,
oh, that's
oh,
great. Yeah. Oh, so your customer service? God, that's awesome. Okay. I'm sorry. Let's just be honest, man.
And
all day, people are just adjusting to your presence.
and Jhovany time check is 1
Oh, yeah,
1:30.
You guys, however you guys wrap it up, I guess I have
Thank
to
you,
go.
Kyle, you buzzkill.
Yeah, sorry.
Fucking buzzkill. You computer killer. Buzzkiller.
I had to get the
I guess
Chicago.
that's fair.
Here it comes.
All right, you guys got any plugs?
Yeah, I got plugs. So the Lobo Den podcast is my plug, the main one. And then Friday we got that show at the Celtic. I don't know. I'll send you this file. We'll figure out when it gets released. You know what? So I won't plug any dates. I'll plug the Lobo Den podcast and my social media, which is Instagram and
yeah, if you want to upload this,
Facebook.
If you want to upload this on your fucking
But I'm
platform
usually
also.
I'm a little delayed. Yeah, we could do both. We could co-release.
Yeah, why
We'll
not?
figure
We'll
it
do
out.
this.
Yeah.
What would we call this? Like a
Collaboration.
Yeah, I've
special.
seen it. They,
Toy Lobo Den.
yeah, we'll do it like that.
Like I don't
We'll
know,
coordinate.
something.
So I'll
Toy
just
Den.
Toy Den. So then we'll. So I'm just Lobo LOBO9110 on Instagram. Same thing on Facebook. JHOVANY. Jhovany Diaz. Snapchat. I said don't add me on that, please. That's for me just being hollering at girls. So don't add me on Snapchat. Yeah.
He's always wearing like just a towel, but it's always just like a small dish rag towel.
I think that's all my plugs. Anybody plugs?
All right, I got a show with Jhovany over here on Friday, the 18th, right?
Well, I wrote it down.
Or 15th.
Friday,
The 15th.
the
of
15th,
November.
Celtic Crown Public House.
Yeah, Celtic Crown Public
Sounds
House, downtown Chicago. Then December 2nd, I am at the Juice Box. I'm going to be hosting. And then the 3rd, I'm going to be hosting over at See You Next Tuesday at Mojo's in Plainfield. So get your ass out to that. And then whenever I book some more shit, I'll let you guys know. But right now, I'm just trying to reorganize my life because it's rock bottom.
Rock bottom.
Yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen here. I'm so fucked. Anybody
Plugs,
else?
plugs,
Oh
plugs.
yeah, wait. Follow me on social media. Joe Beasley Comedy, you motherfuckers.
You can catch me up on my Facebook on my wrestling profile, JARODPRIEST. That's Jared Priest. Also, I have a Bryce Friday comedy page. That's BRYCE. Also, I do want to plug something that's very important. November 30th, there will be a wrestling event that I'm going to be a part of.
Oh.
It's a benefit. This family lost their daughter due to a tragic home accident. And unfortunately, they expended their funds, to cover the funeral expenses. So all the proceeds of the show will go towards the family to help them in this time of need. It's,
Damn.
It's very sad. Their daughter was 25. and I
Do
knew
you
her
got a
since-
website that we can send people to?
If you're friends with me on Facebook, you can definitely pull up the
Well,
show.
we got people that
It's
would
And
send
probably
me all this
donate
stuff
from
and I'll
other
plug it.
Yeah,
I'll put
it's
it
also
up.
it's also on, and the tickets are available at the door or on Eventbrite. It's basically, like I said, it's just to raise money for the family. Their daughter. I knew this girl since she was 16, and she's.
Is there
passed.
anywhere else that you could donate to, like a Patreon or anything?
Besides the show, that's pretty much where we just
Oh,
want
okay.
everybody to put their
Well,
efforts, financial efforts.
Me and Jess will be there.
Yeah,
so.
the show's going to be on November 30th. That's going to be at the Berwyn Eagles Club in Berwyn, Illinois. Bell time is on the doors open at 6. Bell time is at 7:05. Tickets in advance are $10. Day of the show, it's $15. Like I said, all the wrestlers on the show are not taking a payday. This is all going towards the family. There'll be a raffle. Things like that. It's going to be a really cool event, and it's going to be, something that it's near and dear to me, obviously, and all the wrestlers who knew this girl. She was a very sweet girl. It's just unfortunate how things happened with her. And we're just doing our best to do our share. To
That's
try to
fucking
help.
awesome, dude. I'll definitely be there.
Thanks.
I'll make sure that Jess goes too. I've been meaning to check you out.
Cool.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming out to our Oh Did That Offend You fucking show too. that was cool, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
so Friday, got the show over at Shakers on Clark. Saturday after that, I'm going to be doing a spot over at this Polish biker bar, which I forgot the name of, which, I know, shame on me. But then I also got some other shows, too. I'm still trying to get that worked out. Spots over at CG's in December. You can follow me on Facebook, and you can also follow me out to my car because I'm pretty sure Joe would try to kill me.
Yeah.
Just send it to
I
you.
don't have enough.
Yeah, yes, all right.
But anyway, that's pretty much about it. Jhovany, Bryce, thank you all for coming out.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, man.
All right.
I really appreciate
Thank
it.
you guys
Sorry
for
that
having me
this
on.
is the most depressing episode ever of Odd Toy.
Shit happens. You guys have a good one. All right, I gotta
Close out playing the Incredible
All right,
Hulk
man.
piano song.
Oh yeah, you want us to play our
Yeah,
outro
yeah,
music?
play our outro.
Yeah.
Play our outro.
Okay.
Why not?
Look, it's gonna be the most sad outro music ever.
I'm
your
in love
nipples.
with the cocoa.
Rub
Get
your
it for the
nipples.
low.
Rub your nipples.
Grab your nipples.
Remember?
Yes. He always like to rap at the end or rap at the beginning.
Rub your nipples. All right, thanks, guys.
All right, guys.
All right,
Peace
peace
out.
out.